Radio
95.1 FM.
Looking to grow your business?
Ready to elevate your brand and reach the right audience? This is your moment to take your brand to the next level with Today 95.1 FM.
Your trusted voice, reaching thousands of listeners every single day.
From startups to established brands, we create powerful advertising solutions that boost your visibility and drive real growth.
Our affordable advertising packages are designed to give your business maximum visibility and real results.
Don't just advertise where people are listening.
Call us today on 0818-389-2850 or visit our station to book your slot now at Today FM Drive off East West Road, Obiako.
Today FM 95.1.
Your voice, your market, your success.
This is what we've waited for. The showdown. The fastest men in the world.
Hearts racing.
One light, two lights. They're backing off and backing.
Pulse rising.
Who will come out on top? Who'll take 3 lights, 4 lights. He's ready to be the star.
The anticipation.
Powerful, strong, compact. Time, Tyson get right. Hold all the way. He's looking back.
The heart stops. Catch the sports game on Sports Attack Mondays through Fridays 6:30 a.m. and Today's Sport Live 3 to 4 p.m. and also on the weekends 1 to 6 p.m. only on your premium sports radio. Today 95.1 FM.
Hello, my name is Kanu Wanko, aka Papilo. For the latest and trending sports stories, always listen to Today Sports Live on Today 95.1 FM Port Harcourt.
My name is Gianni Infantino, FIFA president. For the best of sports, always listen to Today Sports Live on Today 95.1 FM Port Harcourt.
Put your flags up in the air. Put your hands up in the air. Put your flags up, cause this is the World Cup. Put your flags up in the air. Put your hands up in the air. Put your flags up, legal now. Let's go, let's fight. We up tonight. We'll break. That's right. One world, unite. We going. We live for this moment. We
Good afternoon, Port Harcourt, and welcome to today's Sports Live on the only station committed to delivering premium news, premium talk, and premium sports. This is Today 95.1 FM. This is the voice of the people, and what an afternoon to be on air. The 2026 World Cup is coming to its crescendo, and we are just how many hours away from the final that could define career, cement legacies, and settle some arguments about that have been raging on for yes. Spain currently unbeaten, ruthless, top of the rankings. Argentina dragged through by fire by a 39-year-old man refusing to slow down. And somewhere in New Jersey, that's where we'll decide who lifts the biggest trophy in world football. So today, we'll talk about Messi, silencing the doubters, talk about Lamine Yamal, 19 years, talk about the beautiful story that they've had coming up to this point. Something that even the best authors couldn't write. Even I just don't know how coincidence could have made or could have decided what's going to be happening tomorrow happen tomorrow. We'll also talk about the Golden Boot race. Lionel Messi still there, Mbappe still there, Kane and Bellingham still in the fight for the Golden Boot race. And also I'll talk about the bronze final, which will be playing today. France versus England, two teams that do not want to play this final. If they give them a choice, France go home, they'll say yes, gladly take their bags and go home. England to gladly take their bags and go home. Thomas Tuchel said he does not care about this match. So we'll break down the match and see who will be walking away with the bronze final. This will be England's best finish if they do finish third. This will be their best finish since they won the final during the time they won it. Yeah. So as always, you know how the show is. I've got the best analyst in the house with me. He is the demigod in the world of sports. Osas Ihinwe. Osas, good afternoon to you.
Very good afternoon to you, Ovie Wallace, and a beautiful afternoon to everybody out there. It's another time again for us to turn the soup. Yes, the soup when it has to do with the world of sports. This time we're going to be talking about football from the global stage, and you've already stated it. It's the FIFA 2026 World Cup. It's about, call that 24 hours plus from coming to its beautiful end. We've had the ups and downs right from the beginning of this World Cup. We've had the controversies. We've had reasons to go for our jugglers. We've also had reasons to share hugs right here. I was going through the moments in this 2026 World Cup yesterday, both from the fans aspect, and I saw one video where a young Mexican girl turned to her left hand side and all she met with was the six packs coming from an English boy, and she was taking I don't want to say she was taken aback, but she was struck like lightning looking at the six packs on his stomach as well as his well-formed chest. And the father turned to her and was looking and was like, come, wait in the walk you. What are you trying to do at this point? So, you know, that's what you get from competitions like this. We've also seen in this same 2026 World Cup where a Brazilian man was looking somewhere and was caught by the camera, and we had some problems. My concerns were what happens or what would have happened if the wife at home was maybe staring into the television at that moment, because, you know, such moments are the moments where something just drags her out of the kitchen. Just this World Cup said that everybody has been talking about. Let me see what they do there. And all of a sudden you see your husband on the rectangular screen looking into yes. So but it's a beautiful experience. You know, we've had a month plus of beautiful football. All started on the 11th of June, and here we are heading towards the 19th of July to call it quits from the biggest football mondial on the planet. Yeah. And you talked about the man Lionel Messi. Yes, he is. And the boy Lamine Yamal. Two great men from their various eras. I know one has not yet metamorphosed into what we'll call a great man or an icon in his era, but see, hey, he is an icon in his era, because look at what he has done at 19. Even those you call the high and the mighty couldn't do that at 19. Talking about Lionel Messi, Cristiano Ronaldo, these guys didn't do these things in at the age of 19. Even Maradona and Pele, if you want to put them in that bracket, they didn't do as much as this young chap has done at the age of 19. Already at 19, he has won the domestic league, that's the La Liga. He has won the domestic cup, that's the Copa del Rey. He has won the Spanish Super Cup. He has won so many laurels. He has won the Euros, his continental tournament. He's here in the finals of the FIFA World Cup. If peradventure he gets to win the FIFA World Cup, what else would you be singing about Lamine Yamal? He has actually surpassed everything that the likes of Lionel Messi had done at the age 19. So that alone could even write his name in gold and make him one of the most outstanding players that we've seen grace the pitch or grace the world of football. So it's a big one. I think it's more than the eyes can meet. It's more than we can speak right now with our mouths, because on that final day, it's going to be two eras coming to lock horns. Yes, I listened to Lionel Messi when he talked about Lamine Yamal yesterday. Had so much of respect for the young boy, but there is one thing he really stood by. There was one thing he stated clearly, and I could understand. He's not going to be letting it slide for Lamine Yamal this time. Yes, I know he had to give him a bath. Let's say he's his god dad, but this time it's man versus man. It's not dad versus son. It's man versus man. The better team will win. That was exactly what he said. He didn't make mention or didn't give us the inclination that he would not fight for it. He's definitely going to be fighting. Talking about Lionel Messi and his Argentine boys, they will definitely be fighting. For Lamine Yamal, maybe he could have this one at 19, winning the FIFA World Cup. A good one. He could also have it at the back of his mind that he's got 3-4 World Cups to go to. Is very, very possible. 12 years from now, should be 3 World Cups. That should be called at age 31, and he could still go for one more World Cup, making it age 35. There is every possibility that happens. So he could have 3-4 World Cups right ahead of him, and maybe, but I don't want to feel that he will want to take his foot off the gas. I think the earlier the better. You cannot presume the future. That's for Lamine Yamal, but it's a huge one. I've talked a lot about the final, but I'm forgetting the final before the final, which is the final for the. We'll have our eyes to it. And hey, Ovie Wallace, see, we are saying it here. We're going to be at Amora tomorrow. It's a huge one. We're going to be at Amora. I know we've not been talking about this right from time because we wanted to save the best for the last. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, according to Somtochukwu, mommies and daddies, uncles and aunties, cousins, and whatever you are or whoever you are out there listening to us right now, you can catch us right at Amora tomorrow for the final of the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Yes, we're going to be there to light up the mood. We're going to be there to enjoy the end of the FIFA World Cup with our friends, our listeners. I call you my friends, yes, because at any point I could see you on the road and you say, hey, Osas, and I say, hey, how you doing? And we share pleasantries right there. So a friend is one that does that. So you can catch us at Amora Resorts tomorrow for the final of the 2026 FIFA World Cup. That is between Spain and Argentina. So if you're looking for where Amora Resorts is somewhere at Alakaya right here in Choba. Just First Mechanic. What you do is if you're coming from the heart of town, the Rumokoro axis, Rumibo axis, just get on East West Road, head towards Choba, stop somewhere called First Mechanic Junction. So just keep asking when you get past the University of Port Harcourt Teaching Hospital, you keep asking where is First Mechanic. So you stop there and just ask anyone there, I'm going to Amora. It's one of the hugest, or would I say the smoothest areas around that First Mechanic. So they'll take you down there and you will definitely have the chance of meeting the various OAPs and sports presenters that we have here in Today 95.1 FM. So many of us are going to be there coming from the sports crew. You have Bouvier himself will be there. I'll be there. Sumto will be there. Henry will be there. We've got Benjamin and all the guys you always hear. And for the OAPs, Queen will be there. You got Kelly, he's going to be there. So you want to see these guys, you can come over there and enjoy the moment with us as we watch or have a view of the final of the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Ovie Wallace, I've talked a lot. I don't know if you have anything to add.
Amora is going to be a blast. As we had a blast the last time, that was the Champions League
The
final.
Champions League final. It was.
We carried buckets.
Yes.
Buckets of Osas tears. But the only thing is that if you want to see Osas tears tomorrow, you will not see it.
You will see
will
it,
not
because
see it.
tomorrow I think I'm going to be one of the happiest or most relaxed of men to watch that final between the Spanish national team, the La Roja, as well as the La Albi Celeste of Argentina. Anybody wins, I think I will just be watching it with a bottle of something right in front of me, and maybe with a cool mind, whoever the better team, yes, it is, that should win.
So tomorrow at Amora is going to be a blast, just as we had at the Champions League final. If you want to see your favorite sports VPs, over what is a sports chef? If you want to see me and me alone. If you want to see Osas, the Demi Golden Role of Sports, you'll be there. Somto Chuku Isaac will be there. Benjamin Mina will be there. Blessing will be there. Victor will be there. Also, as well as the other VPs. Queen Chima will be there. Don Wilson will be there. Kelly as well too will be there. So lots to look at, lots to expect at tomorrow. So let's all gather together at Amora. Come with your brothers, come with your wives, come with your girlfriends, come with your aunties, your uncles, your cousins.
Hold on, don't come with. You mentioned something. Don't come with both, please.
Don't come with both girlfriends.
Don't come with wife.
Don't come with both girlfriends. Don't come with wife and don't come with your girlfriend.
If you're coming with your wife, come with your wife.
If you're coming with your girlfriend, come with your girlfriend. But be careful, because if we are videoing and she sees you online, maybe not
what happened in 1932 might repeat itself.
So we've got a lot to discuss on the show today. We start off with the Ballon d'Or race, and the reason why I'm bringing this is because the Ballon d'Or official page itself has said yes, you can win the Ballon d'Or outside of Europe. And there's all person that we are looking at. Then we'll take a look at the tournament in general. Start off with the bronze final that's happening today, France versus England, and then we take a look at the big match tomorrow where it finally hits its full stop in the World Cup. It's going to be Spain against Argentina. We'll take a look at the stories of these two men, Lamine Yamal and Lionel Messi. They finally meet after something of a coincidence. They finally meet, almost the same trajectory they've had in their career paths. And then we take a look at the World Cup, the tournament in general. Has it been a success, or has it been filled with a lot of scandal? Because some are going for a petition to remove Gianni Infantino out of presidency, and for the NFF, we are saying no. We love Infantino still at the head. But I'm sure the guys in the second part, I will give you the gist of all that. So let's get on with the show. But before I do that, don't forget you can join us via the SMS and the WhatsApp portal, as this show is never complete without you. Via the WhatsApp and SMS portal, it is 0701-933-996. So I'll call it once again, 0701-933-996. For the phone line, it's 0810-9510-951 and 0810-9510951. You can catch us live on YouTube at Today951FM, on Facebook at Today95.1fm, on Instagram follow us at TodayFM951, on X at TodayFM951. You can listen to us audio only via the website www.todayfmlive.com. Stream us live on Twitch as well too, TodayFM951, and you can listen to us via the Radio Garden app. Just search for Today95.1 FM and you won't be disappointed, as you will get the best of sports presenting and sport analysis you can find anywhere in Nigeria, anywhere in the south. So Ovio Wallace, the sports chef, I've got Assassin with the in the world of sports, ready to dissect things and add his own spice and ginger and everything nice. So what we've got on the menu for you at this afternoon. But before that, let's get on with the show.
Port Harcourt, are you ready?
The biggest football night on earth is here. The FIFA World Cup 2026 Final Watch Party.
Join Today 95.1 FM sports crew
in partnership with Amora Resort for one game, one passion, one unforgettable experience.
Sunday, July 19th, 2026.
From 6 p.m.
Venue,
Amora Resort, East West Road by First Mechanic Junction, Alakaya, Port Harcourt. Watch the World Cup final live on a giant LED screen
with premium Premium sound, non-stop entertainment, and electric atmosphere.
Win jerseys,
Cash prizes,
sponsor gifts,
take part in football trivia,
penalty shootout contest,
prediction challenge,
best dressed fan competition, and exciting raffle draws.
Enjoy delicious food,
refreshing drinks,
a premium VIP lounge,
live DJs,
celebrity appearances,
and your favorite Today 95.1 FM OAPs. Don't watch history alone. Live it together. See you at Today 95.1 FM FIFA World Cup 2026 final watch party at Amora Resort, East West Road by First Mechanic Junction, Alakaya, Port Harcourt. One game, one passion, one unforgettable experience.
Osas, the big question, can you win the Ballon d'Or outside of Europe? And the Ballon d'Or official page or the official account, they have fueled the debate more. This is what they posted, and I quote, that was asking on whether you can win it without playing in Europe. They said, yes, you can. As such restrictions have been lifted since 2007. They said since 2007, there have been no restrictions. The Ballon d'Or awards the best player in the world. Nothing more. As clarified by the organizers. Now, there's a wrinkle in all this, though, as Messi is the only player to have won the Ballon d'Or while at a non-European club. But the 2023 edition was judged on his performance with Paris Saint-Germain per the awards season-based assessment structure. If he does win it this time, it will be the first time the Ballon d'Or has ever been awarded for performances entirely outside Europe. And what is, because there are some arguments before Argentina got to the final that if France win it, they should give it to Kylian Mbappe. His performance at the World Cup, he gets the highest goal scorer, even though he had no trophies. now that people are bringing Messi in this conversation, some people don't want to agree that yes. But for you, at this point, the Ballon d'Or, Messi in that conversation, does he warrant it? Because when it comes to the Ballon d'Or conversation, sometimes we're saying, it's World Cup season, let's wait. Now he's having that performance in the World Cup. For you, should Messi be in the Ballon d'Or conversation?
I think he should be. Lionel Messi should be in the Ballon d'Or conversation. See, it's the World Cup year, and when it's the World Cup year, a huge percentage of the cake is given to your performance in the World Cup. I know so many persons will come for my neck in that particular year where Lionel Messi won it, and it was supposed to be Schneider of Inter Milan, and who had a brilliant European season. Lionel Messi also didn't have much of a brilliant World Cup, but I think he got to the final of that World Cup. That should be the 2014 World Cup. Or was that the 2014 World Cup or thereabouts? Yeah, he got to the final of that World Cup and lost to Germany. So so many persons would want to say it didn't work then, so why should it be working now? But the truth is, if you watch how things have always been with the Ballon d'Or, the World Cup is always the focal point, is always the watch word when it has to do with Ballon d'Or. And for this particular year, you've seen how outstanding Lionel Messi has been. This is not even the Lionel Messi we saw 4 years ago when he was 35 at the Qatar 2022 World Cup. He has surpassed everything he did there at that World Cup. Call it goals, call it assists, call it performances, man of the match performances, or MVP performances, and you could literally say Lionel Messi is Argentina. Argentina getting to the final was just Lionel Messi getting to the final. So if that is the case, there is then every possibility that he could win it. Now, according to what was stated by the organizers of the Ballon d'Or, that outside Europe you can win it. Yeah, it's very possible. It's a global award. It's not a European award. Yeah, even if it's organized by a French magazine, it's a global award. So for it to be a global award that entertains global recipients, then it should be open to every player around the world. So we always talk much about European football because that's the echelon of club side football in the world right now. That's where you have the highest level of football being played right there in Europe. So but that does not cancel whatever is being done in other parts of the world, in America, in Asia, in Africa. That doesn't cancel it. You still have football being played there. So but if you can perform outstandingly and put your name on the map, or put your print on the map, why not? A shout could be given to you. Yes, in this case you can see the two persons that are fit right now to stand toe to toe in contesting for the Ballon d'Or is Lionel Messi and Lamine Yamal. Because see, every person is talking about who won the Champions League, Paris Saint-Germain, who had lots of trophies in Europe. You look at Paris Saint-Germain from one end, okay? You look at Arsenal in one end, winning the English Premier League, which is arguably the most competitive league in Europe. You still have other teams like Barcelona winning the Spanish La Liga. But do not also forget that in this Ballon d'Or contention, if you want to look at club performance, Lionel Messi was outstanding for Inter Miami. That season where Inter Miami won the MLS, won the League Cup, you had Lionel Messi in it, and that's the season where you start the time frame for the Ballon d'Or. It's within that period. So now you could clearly see that he also had his imprints, or he also had what he had to bring to the table when it has to do with his club side performance. So not just looking at the World Cup alone, he has been outstanding for his club side. he brought that into the FIFA World Cup, and you could see, boom, he has outperformed everybody, literally everybody in the FIFA World Cup. You want to call Kylian Mbappe? Where is he today? He's playing the third place match. He's not in contention. Yeah, he's actually now. I know that race for the Golden Boot is still on, but there is every possibility that it might still fall on Lionel Messi. Now, are you going to, if you're the Ballon d'Or, are you going to overlook the man who probably wins the Golden Boot?
Yes, for the first time.
Are you going to overlook the man who wins the Golden Boot, who might win the top
ball.
assist?
Yeah.
Top assist. No. Golden Ball is out of contention. He will win the Golden Ball because the goals and assists already he's put down 12. I don't think there's any other person who comes close.
Yeah.
So he's already probably unopposed to win the MVP of the FIFA 2026 World Cup. But now, imagine if tomorrow he gets to put in maybe like 2 goals. That takes his goal tally to 10. And maybe today, Kylian Mbappe doesn't score. Or maybe he scores 1. It takes his to 9. Now, that will be Lionel Messi winning the top goal, or call that the Golden Boot. Then maybe if he has an assist tomorrow, he equals Michael Olise's total assist in this year's FIFA World Cup. And if he equals that, and with the tally he has for the goals, he definitely for this year's Ballon d'Or. If he doesn't win it, that's to say maybe there's somebody within, close by, playing in Europe who has also tried matching what he has brought in. But how many persons do you want to call? Lamine Yamal is nowhere close. If you want to look at the World Cup stats, yes, he's the face, he's the man dragging the Spanish national team, or he's just the poster boy of the Spanish national team. But when it comes to the goals, the assist, compared to what Lionel Messi has done, he's nowhere close. Kylian Mbappe seems to be the closest of them all. But right now, he's one shot off. He doesn't have the chance of winning the FIFA World Cup. Now, imagine if it was France and Argentina in the final, then Mbappe gets to win it. Then you can outrightly say that Mbappe deserves winning the FIFA World Cup. He didn't win the Champions League, but with that, we can say he deserved winning the Ballon d'Or, because he has won the FIFA World Cup and had an outstanding performance in the FIFA World Cup as well. So you can even put him ahead of the likes of Ousmane Dembele. Now, if Ousmane Dembele had his own chance, getting very close, maybe contributing about 8 goals or 7 goals and maybe a couple of assists, you can actually say, with what he has done in the Champions League, let's put it together and we can say Ousmane Dembele deserves winning the Ballon d'Or. But at this point, it seems like God, who always has mercy on his people, has made it clear that Lionel Messi could be the closest to winning the Ballon d'Or for this particular year, because he seems to stand head tall over every other person in contention at this period when it has to do with the FIFA World Cup. So I don't see anything wrong if they get to bring somebody from outside the European scene to win the Ballon d'Or.
Would winning it outside Europe really affects its prestige? Because to some fans, you look at the Champions League. Yes, the World Cup is going to be a big factor there, but still, you really want to look at the difference between the MLS and the Saudi League, and then you have someone that has sweated and toiled in the Champions League, in the English Premier League, and not having a chance at the World Cup. And we saw what happened during the last Ballon d'Or, where people felt it should have been given to Erling Braut Haaland when Messi won it, when he won the World Cup the year 2022. People felt it should have gone to Erling Braut Haaland because he won the treble that year, and Lionel Messi just had the World Cup. He was coming off a season in the French league where he only got the Coupe de France and the French Ligue 1.
Why are you talking down on the Coupe de France and the French League? Somebody won a double. Wait. Manchester City last season won the FA Cup and the Carabao Cup. And you said, Pep Guardiola has done something big before leaving. Abi? Yeah. Now, he reached this period. Now, you say he just won the the Coupe de France and the French Ligue 1.
I don't think I added just. I said he won the Coupe de France.
No, I saw the way you said it, like he just won one inter-house sports competition. That's 2 trophies in the French Ligue 1.
And then compared to someone that won the treble in the English Premier League,
that season he had that season coming from France, he had 67 goals and assists. Show me somebody who these days posts 67 goals and assists. He had 67 goals and assists in that particular calendar year. So that's a huge start.
So for you, winning it outside won't lose its prestige.
See, people will always talk. That's the thing. People would always talk. We already, this World Cup, we've seen so many persons say FIFA and Argentina are playing on one side. We've seen memes as well as pictures flying everywhere. At some point, I think you showed one to me where the game between Argentina and England was England versus FIFA.
Like, I was just walking on the road,
and you saw England versus FIFA. But the truth is, see, these things are settled on the pitch of play. In as much as we cannot take away controversies from the game, we cannot take away shortcomings, mistakes from the game, because the game is controlled by humans. It still does not disenfranchise, or it still does not demerit the quality you bring to the pitch of play. It's very important. No matter how bad you want to look at it, see, the Argentine side are a well-structured side. They may not have all firing at top-notch levels. What I mean, all defenders, midfielders, they may not be complete, but that doesn't take away the fact that they have brilliant individual prowess in that team. Argentina has been dragged to the final due to individual brilliance. The individual brilliance of Messi, the sparks of individual brilliance coming from the likes of Julian Alvarez, the likes of Enzo Fernandez. At some point, you even see Rodrigo de Paul putting Molina, putting that. It's that at some point we saw Lisandro Martinez, Lautaro Martinez putting some of those. They looked for an equalizer against the English national team, and it didn't come. It took the brilliance of Enzo Fernandez. Not every midfielder can strike the ball from that position and get the back of the net. Not every midfielder can do it. So it's what the Argentine team is known for. If they can hurt you, that's the reason why I said so many persons will write them off tomorrow, but they might end up shocking you, because see, they don't play as a team that you can. Now look at the French national team against the Spanish side. The Spanish side knew that just stop these guys from playing their game, then we can hold them off. And when they tried stopping them, nobody could spring brilliance to break that cord. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. Nobody within that team could spring brilliance to break that cord. But you see that Argentine side, you try to do that to them, one person will spring up with a brilliant performance, just maybe a 1 minute brilliant performance, and break that hedge. That's what the Argentines are known for. I went back to look at that goal, the goal I just talked about, the Enzo Fernandez's goal. And when I looked at that goal in that game, see, Ovie Wallace, I even saw that the man who did the work was even Lionel Messi. He did much of the work, even more than what Enzo Fernandez did. Everywhere was locked. I said it yesterday or Thursday, was that if you look at, there was an exchange of passes from the corner flank by Lionel Messi and I don't know who that defender is. Was that Monreal or so? And what did Messi do? Tactically, he pulled out Elliot Anderson away from his position, giving Enzo Fernandez a free chance to shoot. Without doing that, there was precision in his delay. There was precision in the time he released the pass. There was precision in everything that he did. You just cannot find easily any player that can do that. That's what I'm talking about, the Argentine team. So, people would always talk, back to what I was saying. They would always say something, no matter how it is. They would always say something. So, we saw the season where Rodri won the Ballon d'Or. That's before Ousmane Dembele won it. And the controversies were so much that even the entire Real Madrid setup refused attending the Ballon d'Or ceremony. That it was supposed to be Vinicius Junior. But when it was placed on a mat, it was placed on a table, the blueprint was opened, you saw the reason why Vinicius Junior did not win that. The Ballon d'Or is not just an award where they just pick anybody and give. There are certain criteria you will meet before you can pick it up. He came short in some certain areas. So the same thing applies here. Whether Messi wins it or he doesn't win it, somebody would always say that this was not properly done. There was some sort of undue favoritism. Oh, the Ballon d'Or have decided to do this. The Ballon d'Or has decided to do that. The same way we are saying FIFA has decided to do this. FIFA has decided to do that. So it will definitely be. But I think in this side of the world, when you're doing what is right, do it irrespective of what people will say. If it fits the description, let it be. People will always say, but the fact that you have done what is right will definitely keep you standing. So for me, I don't think it's going to take away any shine from the Ballon d'Or. The Ballon d'Or still remains one of the most celebrated football awards, individual football awards that we have on the globe this period. So it's the beauty of it. It's the beauty of it. Nothing is taken away from the Ballon d'Or.
Right now, what does it do for other leagues as well too? When, especially for the MLS, you have someone, this time he wins it, if he does win it. Yeah. He wins it while playing for an MLS club, winning the Supporters Shield, the MLS Trophy, and the rest, and all these achievements in the MLS will also be called at the end when if he's presented that trophy. That is, if he does win the Ballon d'Or, because right now it's undeniable that he is in the conversation. Maybe right now even a front runner. What does it do for other leagues? The Saudi League. What does it do for the MLS? What does it do for the leagues that feel that, yes, we should have a say too in this? Because when you're calling out the top 30 Ballon d'Or nominees, you don't see someone being called from the MLS, you don't see someone being called from the Saudi League. Do we now see an inclusion into what is happening? Because it's the Ballon d'Or organizer said it since 2007. This rule has been there. You can win it from Europe. Well, why is it now?
That's what I'm telling you. It's now because the World Cup is involved.
The World Cup has always been involved.
No, in other years. Now, this is, you said why it was there since 2027. That's 2027. Sorry,
2007.
2007. I said 2027. It was there since 2007. Did you hear anything about it?
No.
You didn't hear anything about it because there had been no outstanding player outside Europe in the World Cup that will take your attention down there. Since 2007, we've had the 2010 World Cup, right? Won by Spain. And let me just see if I can look clearly to see the Ballon d'Or winners over the years right there. While I'm talking, I'll just see if I can grab it out. But see, 2010 World Cup was there. You didn't hear much about this because it was a case of whoever would have won the Ballon d'Or was also very active in Europe. We also had the 2014 World Cup. There we had the 2018 World Cup till now. So, but right now, the ball of contention here, the reason why you're hearing it here clearly and very obviously is because the man who is at the top of it all right now is outside Europe. That's why that clause is coming in. He's outside Europe and he has had an outstanding performance. So when other leagues begin to grow to that top spot, you understand, or you can now see that you could be part and parcel of this award. It's not just a European thing. Europe is up there right now because that's the most competitive area where club football is played. So, but there is every possibility that other teams can. Is what Ballon d'Or, the organizers of Ballon d'Or have stated right there. So let's see how it goes from now. I know that it will have the backlash. It will come heavily when, peradventure, maybe Messi gets to win the Ballon d'Or for this season. It will come. But the truth is, I don't think they're wrong to open it up. It's a global award. It's not just a European award.
So now I'm imagining something now. Let's imagine that Victor Mbama with Rivers United, they win the MPFA, they win the FA Cup, they win the CAF Champions League. They go on to have a good performance in the FIFA Club World Cup. They see the next time, and Victor Mbama is the fulcrum there. Can you have a shout?
If Victor Mbama and where does he play? Let's say he plays Victor Mbama, is he Rivers United?
He's Mbama Chijoke
Mbama, Rivers United. He goes with Rivers United, wins the MPFL. He scores maybe in the MPFL 45 goals.
Sharp.
Yes, he wins the MVP, Player of the Season. Goes to the CAF Champions League, wins the CAF Champions League, scores an outrageous number of goals, qualifies for any of the intercontinental tournaments.
They also call him to the Super Eagles.
Maybe call him to the Super Eagles. He goes all the way to the Club World Cup, scores outrageous goals, takes Rivers United to the final, wins the Club World Cup. Don't you think he has a shout for the Ballon d'Or? It's quite clear that he will have a shout for the Ballon d'Or because he had gotten to the sport where he bambered with the big boys and showed the big boys that he can even do it better than they can. Yes, if he does that in a Club World Cup where you have the likes of Real Madrid, Liverpool, he goes to score 9-10 goals, and the next coming after him is a certain Erling Haaland from Manchester City with just 4 goals. Don't you think Chijoke Mbama would have a shout for the Ballon d'Or? He will obviously have a shout for the Ballon d'Or, but we are saying this because probably it won't happen because Rivers United will not be.
Is the will for me? Say we will not, like you have a grudge against them.
No, I don't. But let's not deceive ourselves now. It won't get to that point because there are so many things you need to do to get down there. So it might not, but we're just imagining that it happens. So if it happens, why? They can, obviously. Chijoke Mbama can, obviously, be nominated and possibly win the Ballon d'Or. It's about how well you perform. It's not about where you come from. Yeah, that's it.
All right, so let's see if that will happen at the final. 08109510951. That's for the phone line and the SMS and WhatsApp. But we're still discussing more as we're heading over to the Golden Boots. That's another award that would be decided tomorrow and today. Will be decided. It's between Kylian Mbappe and Lionel Messi. But let me get your thoughts first on what's happening in this Ballon d'Or situation. Lionel Messi in the face of everyone. Hello, good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon.
Yes, this is.
I think Lionel Messi, undoubtedly, for those who don't want to see the coach, he does everything he gets at this stage. Someone who knows when the day is not right for scoring, but that what the day brings is for him to create an assist. So just give it to the young man, he's okay. I think if he gets the Ballon d'Or, I don't have any issue. But on the last scenario your colleague painted, the Mbama thing, if he does all that, do you know what will happen?
What?
Just buy him to one of those big clubs. He will not win anything. Thank you. Have a nice day.
All right, thank you. Hello, good afternoon. Welcome.
Good afternoon.
Yes, this is.
Yes, my I think what you're saying is that to remove crown from that is doing well. It's not called for that. It is better to change that first. Wore the crown that is holding on. So it's next. God bless you.
All right, thank you. Hello, good afternoon. Who's
Juventus were relegated, and there was a certain player called Cannavaro playing in that team. And Italy went to the World Cup and had a blistering performance in 2006. There was nobody that was outstanding as Cannavaro. He won the Ballon d'Or. Nobody coped. 2002, a year before that, Ronaldo de Lima was injured for 1 year, 6 months. He came into the World Cup, delivered a stellar performance, and won the Ballon d'Or. Nobody complained. This is not the first time. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you somehow.
That Ballon d'Or nominated players after the league. Even Neymar made Ballon d'Or shortlist while he was playing in Santos.
Yeah. Finished third.
So I don't know why when he gets to Messi, everybody's proud of their face. Give the man his flowers.
Hypothetical speaking.
Yeah.
And,
are you talking about Rivers United and Chibi Mboma?
Even though Chijo Mboma happened to perform, they will say it's a fluke. They will not give it to him. He don't just come out in one season and shine. And they think all those people are fools. They will just carry everything. You know, they would say, let's see, repeat it the second time again. He will do it again and again before they start reckoning you. So all those guys, they don't give awards. But when you see all those Messi there, when they just shine for one season, they give them. Because they have been doing it off and on, you know. They've been consistent, you know. So that is how I'll tell you about giving award to players. You don't just come out one season and just perform, wonders or magic. They just give you a Ballon d'Or. I don't think so. And you know the criteria they use in giving this. Not only one person that gives, group of people, very conversant. So I don't think, they are going to give anybody, even though it's not Chijo Mboma, any person, whether in Europe, you just come out from nowhere and just shine for one season. They'll just say, oh, he performed in a Champions League, World Cup, club, this, that. No, they will not, But I tell you, you see this Messi, I think people just love that guy so much, everything he does, even though if he just frown, they will frown with him. Anything he does, they just want to do a kind of sympathy. My prayer today or tomorrow is that Argentina should lose this World Cup so that Messi will cry small. Let me see the reaction of the FIFA.
Bad Billy. So the West. Bad Billy. Hello, Colin. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yes, who's on my line? All right, go on.
I think this organization of the of the year makes the good name. I think they have been very inconsistent for years. And I want you guys. I think you guys play football well. And you guys, it's your team. But I want you guys using facts to analyze for us so that we can be following. And you guys that some of them who are listening to it have been watching ball for the last 25 years. This analysis was thought that that particular year, Messi wasn't final in the World Cup.
He lost in the quarterfinal. Yeah, he was eliminated in the quarterfinal. That was an oversight there.
I think he won in Italia, won Copa Italia, a treble, top side. And then when it comes World Cup, man, the guy, so the whole concept that that guy shouldn't work. But there was the guy was not a regular after. That was, allow that guy to make that they will not be put him. So I think that they will be like that. Maybe they are so I will not support. Because Argentina had a very poor run in the World Cup. Messi was kicked out of top 4 Ballon d'Or. He didn't make top 4. Go and check it. Nobody complained. Everybody was okay with it. Then the following year, 2019, he won it. Everybody raised their hypocrisy again. Why would they give it to him? This is bad now. This is very, very bad. Honestly, I've been following football for quite a number of times. And Ballon d'Or have been very consistent. Anybody that says they're not consistent should come to the table or debate with the person. I have facts and time. I've always been consistent. And anytime they want of time. But the reason why we're having all this controversy is because some persons want a particular player not to win an award. And they want a particular player to win. It doesn't make any sense. For the first time in the history of Ballon d'Or, a voting date that was supposed to expire was shifted. And that the voting pattern can be changed according to recent performance. When did that happen? 2013. In favor of who? Ronaldo. Nobody complained because it was not Messi. But whenever Messi comes up clear, and it was clear that he deserved to get a people that book, he does not deserve. That's my first. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Hello, good afternoon. Oh, drop constitution 08109 510951 070193399962. I've got Benjamin Mina with me right here in the studio. Benjamin, good afternoon to you. Arsenal jersey. I don't know if you've joined over to that or you moved over to that side because you love the color red. But it's Messi in the World Cup talks, and everyone has got their opinions about the man, and we've heard different opinions from different colors. And also,
you know, you're seen as the best player or the best players at club level in Europe. And looking at the man Lionel Messi, yeah, he won. Did he win anything last season with MLS? Not LA Galaxy now, Inter Miami. Did he win?
Yes, he did.
Yeah, okay.
The debate.
Okay,
within the calendar year for the
Ballon d'Or, he won. I think it's just one trophy.
No, he won about two trophies. He won the MLS, and the MLS,
is it the MLS
what's
Cup
it called?
also?
The American Cup, the Cup.
Yeah. Okay, so that's 2 trophies.
Copa America. He also won the Copa America.
Copa America. That's 3, and then if he gets to win the World Cup. See, I'm of this. I'm not really a Messi fan, but I feel that these things are voted for, right? And if anybody deserves it, and the organizers and the voters, is voted by the captain of the national team and then the coach of the national team, if I'm not mistaken. That's how it is for the Ballon d'Or. So I feel that since it's been voted for, I feel whoever the fans, the captains of the national team, the coaches of the national team decides to vote for, come on, I feel the person should be a worthy winner. Because we've seen situations where, like I started by saying, Wesley Sneijder didn't get to win it 2010. He won the Italian Serie A. He won the Champions League. And then so for me, whoever wins it, if you look at the power ranking, Lionel Messi is there, Dembele is there. Yeah, in as much as many would say Dembele didn't win, didn't get to the final, but this man won the Champions League. He won the Coupe de France. He won the Ligue 1. He won the French Cup, and then he got to the semi-final. Today they are playing the final. He might decide to win. France, the Les Blues of France, might decide to, come on top of that game and then go home with the bronze medal. Puts him in the power ranking there. And then there are other players that Yamin Lamar will be there. I think he's going to be there because he made the final. He's playing in the World Cup final at a very tender age. And then looking at his performance in the Champions League too, in the national team too. So I feel all these things. And then he won the La Liga. So he's in contention for that spot too. So lots of players are in contention. But for me, whoever wins it's a voting thing. Because you're the best player, you feel you're the best player, people feel you're the best player, doesn't mean that you're going to be winning it, because it's an award that is being voted for. So for me, remember the 2013, was it 2013? Mikel's, it was 2013. When Mikel didn't win the African Best Player of the Year, I think Yaturi won it. Was it Yaturi that won it then? We were all here saying Mikel should have won it. And looking at it, Mikel should have won it. He won the Premier League with Chelsea. He won the Nations Cup with Nigeria. So he played an integral part of it. Mikel didn't win it because these things are voted for. So for me, whoever wins it, if Lionel Messi gets to win it, I think the man deserves it. looking at the way he has played in the World Cup, looking at the way he has played in the MLS, the way he has inspired Inter Miami. So for me, if he gets to win it, come on, I'll celebrate him. If the next person gets to win it, I'll celebrate that person too. And it's going to be in the history book that he has won it, not because he was the favorite or the best player, but because people felt that this man is the best player for them, so they voted for the person. So for me, whoever wins it gets my my applaud.
Let's head back to the phone line 08109510951. We've got the talk of the Golden Boot race before we head over to talk about the World Cup in general, and then take a look at England and France. They meet together for the bronze final, as people call it. Hello, good afternoon, welcome.
Yes. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
This is Sammy calling back.
Yes, Sammy.
Before I go on, I want to get an impression. I think 2013, Chelsea did not win the Premier League. That's why Algeria was given that award, because individually was standing at the Chelsea. I think that was no? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
So, one of the criteria of Ballon d'Or is individual players. Part of it. And then, winning trophies with your club is a fact. I followed Ballon d'Or for a few years. I understand their pattern and how they play with it. So just look at the individual players and then look at accolades that you have acquired in your club side. The more that tells to me, you spend and you know that the ability to have it. Just that tells you, but individually, you are nowhere close, even in back. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Mbappe.
Speech that Messi is one of the best in the world. I don't know who he intended comparing to Messi that is one of the best. He is the best. He's not one of the best. He's the best. You don't compare him to anybody. Don't address him as one of the best. As for who is likely to win the Ballon d'Or, Ballon d'Or is all about who is the best player. It's not about because you play for Europe. So, to me, they need not to even make that classification. They need, because we understand the process. Whether you play in the Latin America, you play in Africa, you play in Europe, wherever. If you are the best player, they vote for you. That is the criteria. And for CF, that 2010, I disagree with a lot of persons. Not that because I am a Messi fan, no. But if I may ask, currently PSG are the Champions League winners, Abi?
Yeah.
Will anybody mention one or two players in that PSG team that are better than Olise or this guy Harry Kane? I don't think so. Probably maybe I can say Kvaratskhelia. Okay?
Go on.
No, I'm not talking about I'm not talking about outside PSG team. Within the PSG team, I don't think, if you personally, if not because of Messi's performance, if you say who is the best, who should be the Ballon d'Or winner, I can say Mbappe. That is based on the World Cup performance. But without the World Cup performance, I can say Harry Kane. Sure, you understand. So, but now this is a World Cup year, so a lot of dynamics have come in. So it is not all about the goals you win the Champions League or you get to the finals of the Champions League, meaning you have to win the Ballon d'Or. It has to be your individual performance and your accolades. So to me, that year where Messi scored almost at least 75 goals or 80 goals, and you expect them to vote for Schneider, that Schneider was better. And some persons will say Iniesta ought to have won it. Yes, Iniesta was one of the best players. But we should understand, he played with Messi in Barcelona. And Messi was the star man in that team. So for even that 2010, a lot of persons argue Messi was even far better. What was Schneider's contribution overall? I'm not saying he was not good. He was excellent, but was he as good as Messi in that year? No. So, like as Benjamin said earlier, I only agree with that of Lewandowski's that 2020-2021 season, where Lewandowski ought to have won it, where the award. It is right. As for who is going to win, I have said it several times. It's a family affair. So you must not expect Messi to cry. Messi will not cry. Whether Spain win, Argentina win, it's a win-win situation for us. Messi has won it before. He has won it before, so Yamal can win it tomorrow. Messi can still win it. So whoever wins it, we are okay. So don't expect anybody to cry. But conclusively, I am not happy with you guys for just letting us know today that you have to meet at Amora Resort.
It just happened. It just happened that way for a certain reason.
I would have used this opportunity to come know you guys, but I've already made arrangements. People are coming to my house. People are already coming to my house. So take care.
All right. Thank you.
Osas.
Pretty sorry for that particular one. Things just took a different turn, but it's within your reach. If you still want to come in, you can come in and spend some time with us before you leave. Yes, as I said before, Amara Resorts, we're going to be there watching the final of the FIFA World Cup between Spain and Argentina, and it's going to be a breathtaking encounter, definitely. For Amos the Barca legend, even if people are going to be in your house, you can still breeze in and just have a few minutes with us before you can head back to your house to continue watching it. It's one thing, football without violence. It's one thing, football, the game we all love. Let's continue to enjoy it together. But Uvi, I would want to say one or two things before you get back to what you were saying. We had a caller talk about Mbappe being the outright winner for this season's Ballon d'Or. First off, the Ballon d'Or is put together, the winner is put together by votes coming from journalists as well as the national team representatives. So these are the two persons in 100 to 100, yes, that win, that vote. So these guys are the ones that put in the numbers for anybody who wins it. So remember, it's by votes. So it's not something that you outrightly think that if you hit a particular bar, then you win it. Then for Mbappe, Mbappe had a brilliant season, I won't lie. But what can you say is what polished that season for this 2026 Ballon d'Or? Mbappe did not win any trophy. Did he win any trophy? No. Okay, when it comes to the goals, Mbappe had 49 goals for club and country. Harry Kane has 70 goals, 70 plus goals and assists. So even if you want to call anybody in this question, in this bracket, who you should be calling is Harry Kane, not even Kylian Mbappe. Harry Kane had the German Bundesliga and the DFB Pokal. He won a double this season. Mbappe has nothing to show for it. Maybe the only thing he might have is the World Cup bronze medal. That is if he wins or defeats England with France later on today. So It's out of contention. For the 2010 World Cup, as well said, Messi had a brilliant input in terms of goals. For Wesley Sneijder, he wasn't even the best player of that World Cup. The best player of that World Cup was Diego Forlan.
Yeah.
So are you saying the reason why I said a groundbreaking performance in the World Cup can write off a lot of things and put you in pole position? A groundbreaking performance. And you can agree with me, there is nobody, even the blind, it's visible now to the blind, that Messi had a groundbreaking performance in the 2026 FIFA World Cup. A performance that outshone his 2022. Listen, I reeled out Messi's inputs in this World Cup. That was on Friday. Let me see if I can pick it again to let you know. It's probably uncountable as it stands right now. So many things that he has done already in this FIFA World Cup, away from the goals and even probably the MVPs, that's the man of the match winning trophies or man of the match wins in every match. He's done a lot, as in the records are so heavy. So that's why I was asking, with all of this, it will be very difficult for anybody to look the other way and vote for someone else. Remember, I go back, it's on voting. So it's going to be difficult, and voting is basically based on emotions. So it's not as if there is a ruler to which you vote. So if that happens, many persons will want to look at all that he has put in and want to tilt towards his direction, whether he plays in Europe or he doesn't play in Europe. I still repeat, it's a World Cup year. And when it comes to that World Cup year, so many things come into play. It's not like every other year in the Ballon d'Or. It's a period where what you do in the World Cup matters the most. We've seen lots of players who do not perform well for their club sides normally, but within the World Cup, they will just come up with exceptional performances and boom, they get to win the Ballon d'Or. It's not out of place. It's what is basically obtainable at the point.
Alright, 0810-9510951 and 0701-933-9962. 0810-9510951, 0701-933-9962. Let's get the calls coming in as we head over to talk about what's happening at the bronze final at some quality today. But Benjamin, it's the case about the Golden Boot. We're talking about these two men, Kylian Mbappe and Lionel Messi. Currently on 8 goals, both have passed Miroslav Klose when it comes to the most goals at the World Cup. And some have said it's undeniable that Mbappe is going to surpass Messi. Messi might have this one, but if Messi does finish with the highest goals, he will be getting his first Golden Boot in what could be his last ever World Cup. Is his last World Cup match. But you're looking at both opponents in which they face, and it's against Spain, who have only considered one so far. And for France, they're on all both scoring side. Yes, Kylian Mbappe just missed the mark against Spain, the same Spain that might be hard for for Lionel Messi and the Argentine squad to get goals. But for you, looking at the opponents in which they face, how do you see this Golden Boot race ending? There's also Kane and Jude Bellingham too, as well too. Both have 6 goals and could get 1 more or get 2 more, or maybe even 3 in the last match against France. But for you, how do you see this Golden Boot race going, and who could it end up with?
Well, I think it's between Lionel Messi and Kylian Mbappe. Yeah, with all due respect to the likes of Haaland, what's it called now, Harry Kane and Jude Bellingham. Well, for the match against Spain, that's talking about the final. Spain have the Spanish national team have conceded just once. With no David Raya in goal, and but that's a topic for another day. I'm struggling why David Raya haven't had any minutes in this World Cup. But well, that's a topic for another day, like I said. But again, they've been instrumental in terms of their defense line. Park Obasi, they've got Mark Cucurella in that mix there. One of the finest left backs in Premier League before he left for Real Madrid. Yeah, but again, looking at the Argentine side, I think was it yesterday when we were talking about it. I said, see, myself and Osas were saying, one thing about this Argentine side is that they have players that can do the job at any time. Enzo Fernandez could spring up that surprise and take a bullet. It's a goal. McAllister, we all know his power, the power that he possesses. The man can shoot from anywhere, score. Lionel Messi, the man can do the magic. In as much as they say he's old, see, if you want to know a very good wine, it gets better with age. That's why you see some videos say 12 years, 15 years, So, for Lionel Messi, that man, you can't write him off. Yeah, you say he's old. Let's leave him. He walks around the pitch. That man walks around the pitch, but he's scanning everywhere. The 1 second you lose concentration on him, the man could punish you. So, they've got players. Yeah, many could say Lionel Messi has been the one scoring the goals. Yeah, he's scoring the most goals. But the winners have come from the likes of Lisandro Martinez, that's a defender, Lautaro Martinez, that's a born winner in the Serie A with Inter Milan. These are players that have got the experience that can win the games. With all due respect to the Spanish national team. Now you look at the Spanish national team, a very attack-minded side. They could punish you. A typical example is how they punished the Les Blues of France, a star-studded side. They are so star-studded that players like N'Golo Kante didn't even get a minute. It shows how good they are, how star-studded they are. But the Spanish national team punished them. There's a reason why the Spanish national team get to play the way they play. They attack you until you make mistake and they punish you. Yeah, that's why I said the final is going to be a cracker against two attack-minded teams. Yeah, the other one hasn't conceded much, just one goal. The Argentine national team, if I'm not mistaken, they've conceded 4 to 6 goals in the tournament. 4 to 6 goals. But they have players, the two teams have players that can surprise you. Oyezabal is there. Yeah, he could spring up the surprises. Mikel Merino is there. He could spring up the surprises. Pedro Porro could bend those balls and give you the surprises. They've got quality. The both teams have got quality. But where would the golden boot end? I feel that looking at it, Lionel Messi is going to get a goal. Kylian Mbappe is going to get a goal. Both of them could share it, But specifically, who is going to win it? I can't say because Lionel Messi could score today. Kylian Mbappe, we know the World Cup is like his meal. The man has been scoring goals for fun in the past 2 World Cups. So I feel that it could go either way. Anybody could win it, or at the end of the day, they both share it. But that game,
they won't be a way they will share it, because if both are tied, it's going to go to assist, and we already know who tops that chart with assists, unless Mbappe can produce 5 assists as well as produce 2 goals tomorrow.
Okay, but the truth is, I feel. Yeah, if it ends like that, like you said, Messi has an edge. But Mbappe is one player that can score at any time. Yeah, but many people will say he didn't score against the Spanish national team, but it was a well-drilled side. So if France cannot score against Spain.
If France cannot score,
France couldn't score against Spain, rather, that's the word. Will Argentina score against them? Will Argentina score against Spain? That's where the eyebrow is. But I feel that Messi is going to win this one.
Yeah, Obioles, I can see something here from the SMS and WhatsApp portal. This is actually a WhatsApp message coming in. It says there have been several instances where someone votes for another person and his vote goes to Messi. Egyptian coach in one of the years said he voted for Salah, but his vote was given to Messi. What can you say about that? Messi gets undue favor, which everyone knows except Messi fans. TM from Oyibo. I don't really know where these speculations are coming from. See, a lot of persons make it up in their head that Messi gets too much of favor. I don't really blame them, because sometimes you could have grace on you and it seems to be undue. But the truth here is talking about this one here, where the Egyptian FA said they voted for Salah and there nothing like that. Well, it was due to a technical error.
Yeah.
Now see, the Egyptian FA, that's the Egyptian Football Association, submitted votes from acting coach Shwaki Garib and captain Ahmed El Mohammadi. These are the two persons that will vote for. Remember, I told you that the Ballon d'Or is determined.
It was the FIFA the best.
It was FIFA the best, not even the Ballon d'Or.
Yeah.
Remember, I told you that these things are down to votes, especially the Ballon d'Or, which journalists as well as national team representatives usually vote for. Now, they submitted their votes. That was for the FIFA the best. But the ballot was taken out because the signatures were written in capital letter. And that's the reason why it was now invalid. It was not counted. It was invalid. FIFA refused to authenticate it. It was unauthenticated. So if it was unauthenticated, that does not mean it was given to Messi. It was not given to anybody.
It was a void vote.
It was a void vote. So why and where is it coming from that Messi got someone else's vote? When you were not even part of those who counted the votes. And here you are saying categorically that the vote was given to Messi. No, you were not there. If you are adding below it that I counted the votes. Sometimes you've got grace and people begin to question the grace on your head. This young man is a man of grace, so much of grace, because you might not understand what it means, but see, things just play to your advantage. It's that way. Things just play to your advantage. The day you come out, those who are supposed, do you think for no reason France were knocked out? Because if France had gone into the final, we won't even be having this conversation if Messi is going to win the Ballon d'Or. Because you might be looking at a possibility that Kylian Mbappe would usurp him. Okay, if also England had gotten to the final, you won't even be having this conversation, because it's going to be quite clear that with Harry Kane getting into the final of the FIFA World Cup and maybe a chance to win the FIFA World Cup, with all that he has done with the goals and the trophies that he's obviously going to be the one winning the FIFA, call that the Ballon d'Or. But now look at what we have. You can invariably say the one who has gotten the trophy in the team that will play Argentina has not gotten close to goal performances in this World Cup. That's talking about Lamine Yamal. So for the others, that fact that they couldn't get to the FIFA World Cup final has already drawn them away from it. Then if it happens, someone will say all the votes that were given to, no, these things, until they are fully verified, you can't just say this is how it is. So he's just a child of grace, a man of grace. It doesn't take the fact away from him that he's a brilliant footballer. He is a brilliant footballer.
Let's head over to the SMS and WhatsApp portal and see. Let's see what we have. This one says, Maxwell from Thai says, happy weekend, Ovi and the sports crew. Happy weekend to you as well. Quick correction, Wesley was not cheated. Inter Milan did not root for him. Instead, Diego Militao was their frontman and he won the UEFA best. Militao was their frontman and he won the UEFA best player. In 2025, Barcelona rooted for Lamine over Rafinha. The club has a say on who to project. This is a fact. As well says, You people should be surprised how Messi came at age 39 and outplaying these young guys. I know what Messi is doing, what you guys thought Ronaldo would do, but unfortunately, Ronaldo isn't in Messi level. Top scorer, second assist provider, second to Ulisse, first in dribbles completed, wins the MLS. Ronaldo fans are the ones in pain, and we don't care. It also says, Ovi, unless you're telling me Messi shouldn't be nominated, because if Messi being nominated and the Ballon d'Or is voted from, then if Messi wins it, people should brush your anger to the voters and not the organizers. So Ronaldo fans and anti-Messi should do more in PR in any player they want to win, unless they are telling me Messi shouldn't be nominated. 0810. Okay, we've still got one more. Says, if Spain win the World Cup, what will happen to Lamine Yamal from Martins? Well, I think the guys have already said it. Lamine Yamal doesn't seem likely to be the best player in the Spanish national team. Who would you give it to in the Spanish? I for one, would say Rodri.
I could also go for Mikel Oyarzabal.
Yeah.
I could also go for Mikel Oyarzabal. He has got about 4 goals already.
Yeah.
For that in the World Cup for the Spanish national team. I think he seems to be the man with the highest goals for the Spanish national team right now. So I could actually give it to Mikel Oyarzabal, because these days goals, you played it, goals is what determines who we call the best performing player on the football pitch. So with that, he could go for Mikel Oyarzabal. Lamine Yamal has had his little sparks of brilliance, but it's not as if we are yet to see the best of Lamine Yamal the way it used to be, or maybe the way it was in the Euros, as for Spain when they won the Euros. So for me, I think it's going to be Mikel Oyarzabal. So with that, even if he gets to win the World Cup, it might be difficult. If we want to look away from Lionel Messi winning the Ballon d'Or, then it may not be Lamine Yamal coming in. It could go to whoever has an outstanding performance in the third place match between England and France. If Harry Kane steals the show, then Messi not winning the World Cup could now give Harry Kane a clear chance or an edge in becoming the Ballon d'Or winner. If Kylian Mbappe also steals the show later today, then he could also give him an edge. Don't forget that Ousmane Dembele is also in that mix. We've seen Dembele in this particular World Cup score 3 goals, or is that 2 goals, or is it a brace or a hat-trick? So he could still come up today and score a hat-trick. If he scores a hat-trick, he comes in, I think, on 8. He should be on 5 right now. So if he scores a hat-trick, he comes in on 8. And if he comes in on 8, he could also better his chances of winning the Ballon d'Or. So you can see this is where it tilts, but I don't think I will be seeing Lamine Yamal anywhere close to maybe wanting or being in the rank. Yeah, he could be mentioned for the Ballon d'Or, because these days, if you don't mention Yamal, who else would you want to mention? So he could be mentioned, but I don't think that is going to fetch him a clear chance of winning the Ballon d'Or. It's still a bit away from his reach at this point.
All right, 081095109151. I've seen the phone lines buzz, and let's see how many calls we can take before we talk about the bronze final happening later this evening. Hello, caller. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Can you hear me?
Yes. Sam.
Talking about England match, I think energy is like very low. The fact that was not the expectation of both teams. That's like, this is like me assuming, I'll call it hypothesis. I don't know if they will bring out their A game in front to perform. And talking about the final, I think if Argentina loses, I see Rodri. It might be Rodri. Everything there. Because he asked me to vote. So I said, most of the people who vote, they look at this game properly. I know Chad talked about both emotion. I'm not going to dispute that. But I think they also look at it from a critical point of view. Because these awards does not look at your emotion. They look at what is done. Looking at Rodri, who has also won trophies with Man City, I hope we are not forgetting that too, and had a brilliant performance in Spain from the beginning of this tournament. point. If they happen to win it, which is likely because they're a very good side, I think he might go to Rocket. There is also an uncle who had a very brilliant tournament, but I don't think he will be regarded above Rocket. There was just about 5 goals. I think that to be it. But in any match that you're playing against a line of my advice is that you don't really mount until the final whistle. But if he wins this World Cup, anybody that says he does not deserve this Ballon d'Or is just lying to himself. That is the truth.
All right. All right, thank you. 081095109501701933996. Also, as the bronze final takes place later this evening, both teams, as Kola have said, they are reluctant to play this match. But what choice do they have? Ibrahim Konate, the French defender, said, we don't want to play this match, but we have no choice. Thomas Tuchel says he does not care about this match. We'll get to Thomas Tuchel and England, the English supporters voicing their concerns over the man's tactics, and many English former ex-English players have said sack the man. Some have said if Pep Guardiola wants to take the job, then you can sack him. Some said keep the man. But for what we have today, France against England, two teams who, yes, it have been a good final. France against England. At this point, they're wondering why they should even be a third place match. But with both teams being reluctant to want to step on that stage, are we going to see a cracker as we expected if it was going to be a final match between both France and England? What are you expecting from that match, and who will be getting the edge there?
Let me start with how important the third place match is. I first stated it that the third place match could also fetch you ranking points. Very, very possible. It could fetch you ranking points. It could fetch you more money in your bag or in your coffers. Yes, for any of the teams. The third placed team will go home with $27 million, while the fourth place team will go home with $25 million. So $2 million is huge enough for anybody to want to die for this period. Yeah, it's most especially when you're from this side of the world. $2 million is very huge for you to just overlook. So you can see it clearly that in as much as Ibrahima Konate as well as Thomas Tuchel will say, we don't really want to have anything much to think about or worry ourselves with when it has to do with thin threads, or call that a thin line at this point. So the only way to try to salvage what is left is at least get the victory. If you can get a resounding victory over a quality side like the French national team, fine, you could be reconsidered. I know that the English FA is not thinking of letting him go. They want him there for at least for the next Euros. So, but a good way to cement your stay would be getting a good result over France. Imagine if the English national team gets to beat France 3-0 later on this evening, and you could maybe attribute hugely that victory to some tactical brilliance coming in from Thomas Tuchel. Would you remember the lack of tactical consistency that he showed against the Argentine national team? No, you wouldn't. You would just consider that as one mistake in life that is always hard to forget. So he needs to understand that he needs to put in all he has. Also, don't forget that the record books would have it that you took part in a third place match and you lost to France. The bragging rights is also there. Very important. The bragging rights, very important. France will not want to lose to England. Neither would England want to lose to France. You know, when two big boys come around, they always want to show who is bigger than the other. I think the Argentine national team beating the English national team was also spurred by that rivalry, that big boy stance. Argentina, they cannot We cannot just come and lose to England just like that. We've always been beating them. We had the better of them. So it's not today that we'll do that. And that was one of the reasons, or one of the motivating factors for Argentina that day against England. I can put it to you that if maybe that game was against the Norwegian national team, Argentina wouldn't have played the way they played. They would have looked at it that fine. Because I told a lot of persons even before that game that don't expect Argentina to play the same way they played the previous game against Switzerland. Don't expect Argentina to play the same way they played against Cape Verde. There was really nothing. They underrated, maybe most likely underrated these sides. There was nothing you need to fight for that much. But coming up against England, see, they will fight. They will fight. And they did fight. And you saw the result. So I don't see any of these teams taking their foot off the gas in the third place match. A lot is in it. Remember, the FIFA World Ranking points are also there. England wants to fight to get themselves even higher on the FIFA rankings because it will mean good for English football in a whole. It will mean good for them. So this is a chance that they've got to fight. I know that the disappointment is there, but definitely the fight would be there. The fight would continue within these two sides. And I must tell you, whoever wins it is actually the better side amongst the both.
All right, Osas, how do you see the match going? Where could it be won? Who's going to be a key player? And
I think England will win that game. I saw what England will win that game. I saw what the French national team played against the Spanish national team. They are beatable. Spain showed us that the Spanish national team they are beatable. Spain showed us that France is beatable. France is just a conglomerate, or will I say France is just a conglomerate, or will I say an articulation of brilliant players, but they still have that cutting edge. They still lack that cutting edge factor within them. No player can break out of the bond and just do something extraordinary. That's what I see there with the French national team. If you're able to lock it, then you lock them out. That's the difference between the French national team and the Argentine national team. So, but with that, I think the English national team can come in and do exactly what the Spanish national team did. If you watch against Argentina, they did it to Lionel Messi for a huge part of that game. It only took the breakdown in the tactical setup of Thomas Tuchel to allow Lionel Messi a free chance to show his brilliance. Thanks to that tactical breakdown from Thomas Tuchel, else it would have been very difficult. Right from the very first half of that game, they made sure, you could see that the English national team made sure that they kept Lionel Messi quiet. He was quiet all through the first half and some part of the second half. But things turned around, no thanks to what Thomas Tuchel did in that one. But I think they can still do the same thing, keeping the likes of Ousmane Dembele and Kylian Mbappe quiet in this third place match. So that's the reason why I feel the English national team will get the victory from this particular one. And for outstanding players or players who would maybe let their name out in terms of performances, obviously it's going to be Harry Kane. Harry Kane has got so much to offer. He still has a lot to offer in this World Cup. So I think he will be the determining factor in that English national team. Yeah, for me it's Harry Kane, and for me England will get to win at the end of the day.
So your predictions, scorelines?
Okay, scorelines. 2-1
in favor
of England.
Yeah. At least it's not coming home, but at least they can carry.
The bronze will go home. Yeah,
the bronze will go home. What about you as well too?
Well, I think
Benjamin.
Yeah, it's going to be a close encounter because for me, the English national team, they let themselves down, especially Thomas Tuchel, with the way he set up his team against Argentina. And for France, they played the better side. Argentina played the better side too, but for France, I think the Spanish national team have told us that they're humans after all, that they can lose games. You know, I just feel that this one is going to go down to penalties. For me, it's going to go down to penalties because of the French national team. Most of the players are saying they don't really want to play this because because of the manner at which they lost the final. But at the end of the day, it's a game that you must have to play. So for the English national team, they want to take something back home, in as much as it's not what they wanted. But at the end of the day, something must have to, go back home with you. It's either your clothes go back with you or you go back with the medal. So the English national team will be fired up for this one. Yeah, but I see on penalties, I want to see 5. I want to see it go down to penalties and France get to win this one. For me, scoreline 1-1. 1-1 regulation time, penalties, straight to penalties, and the French national team get to win this one.
I've got Somto Isaac with me as well. He joins us. Somto Isaac, good afternoon to you. England versus France is going to be later today. But we've got it was a crazy discussion in the first half before you came. It was about Lionel Messi in contention for the Ballon d'Or. Why are you laughing? They've been two sides. We've had multiple callers. Some saying, why give him the Ballon d'Or? Some say he deserves the Ballon d'Or. There's the whole argument of he's in Europe, he's outside Europe, his performance at the World Cup and all. But if he does do it, it's going to be the first time, yes, that someone outside of Europe, based, you say his performances from outside Europe will be judged to win the Ballon d'Or. But for you, any problems with the man being nominated for that prestigious award? The 9 if he does win it, and any problems with it at all?
Good afternoon to you, Ovi. Good afternoon to everyone listening. Good afternoon to Benjamin, Osas. Before I talk about Messi, and I know Osas and everybody has been hammering on it, and I know Messi is taking a lot of things, but something special is happening tomorrow.
Yeah.
Something special is happening tomorrow. I'm just come back from Amora, and everything don't be in place, the World Cup final is tomorrow by 8 p.m. And a lot of people were asking, are you doing that? We don't talk before. Maybe, grab. But make I emphasize again. Tomorrow, football will speak Ijo. Tomorrow, why everybody they enjoy for New York, New Jersey Stadium?
Messi
You understand? If you be Messi fan, come. If you be Ronaldo fan, come. If you be my fans, when you don't see me when I play, you understand? When I play my football, come. If you want to see football, we go speak Ijo, come. So I tell you, I just come up from Memorial, and everything is in place. We would have a watch party. A lot of people miss waiting happen for. I don't talk. I'm here. See, we will get the best watch party for River State for that Champions League final. A lot of people know. We get the best watch party for inside River State for the Champions League final. A lot of people were there. I get Osas, they always call. He was there. A lot of people been there. So tomorrow is a chance for you not to miss what is going to be happening. Where is the venue of this watch party? Amora Resort. Go check Sabinu's Instagram page. Sabinus don't post them. Sabinus don't tag Today FM for Instagram. Go check them. So we know they do church for here. As we don't talk them. So in talk say we will do World Cup final and we will do them. And what better match to have for a World Cup final than Spain Argentina? If you come late, no space. So at the last Champions League final, on a day here now, space no day at some point. Me and Benjamin we stand, we space no day. So if you come late, from 6 p.m. we don't assemble. We don't do our thing. They sing. From 8 p.m. match don't start. And you know as World Cup final be, it go hot. See, Spain, Argentina, Messi fans plenty. Ronaldo fans will no one make Messi carry him. Plenty. So see everything that happens tomorrow. So what better way than for us to come together? Make we watch the World Cup final. Leave all the banter aside. Leave everything. All of us we still be men now. We go banter. We go laugh later now. So nothing with the thing. You know go far like that. Tomorrow, promise made, promise kept. The World Cup final watch party for that Lakaya Junction. If you just go front small, if they come from all them Rumusi and Bigre side, if you go front small, you go reach where they call First Mechanic Junction. Enter that First Mechanic Junction, or if you take bike, Bike, if you just say America, then no. The road way good. Government say they don't want to do the rest. No shaking. The road way end. Take your left now. Where Amura Resort stay. You know far. So we don't talk since. We talk tomorrow. If you want to see Osas again, if you want to see Benjamin again, if you want to see Ade again, if you want to see Priye again, you want to see Queen again, you want to see Rona again, you want to see Dawn again, you want to see Kelly again, if you want to see everybody, if you want to see Sabinus again, if you check the flyer, you will even see the three people face where they there. The football goats and the comedy goat. Sabinus is going to be live. There is also a giveaway. 100,000 naira. Jesus, with that bill. Hi God. See, when I don't know what they happen tomorrow. This one are the basic giveaway. Oh. This one are the basic one. When I know as it be last time now. We give out 3 jerseys on this, like 3 jerseys that day. Multiple money giveaway. Even other different things. Power banks, smartwatches, airports, different things we will give out. So if you think say that Champions League final will do as far just you don't know what you're expecting for the World Cup final. 100,000 correct score giveaway. Just go to Instagram. If you go to the FM Instagram, you will see check Amora Resort on tomorrow World Cup final. The match will start by 8 p.m. If you can come out before that time too, let all of us come and merry, have fun, discuss before that time. It is sharp. You understand? So this World Cup final, like I talk, if you're Messi fan, come. We could not do Messi fan, we could not do Ronaldo fan. Make all of us just come watch ball together. So let us conglomerate at Amura Resort tomorrow. World Cup final. Spain against Argentina. Like I talk, we could just come and enjoy football. We could come day together now. You understand? We will day together. Watch the World Cup Amura Resort. It's gonna be hot. It's gonna be hot. Rain no go fall tomorrow. No worry. Me, I don't check them. Before we go, I don't check them. I see say rain no they fall tomorrow. If rain fall tomorrow, Argentina go win World Cup. Yes, if rain fall tomorrow, if rain no fall tomorrow, Spain go win World Cup. So pick anyone, you know. Me, I don't see say rain no go fall tomorrow. So the World Cup final is going to be live. We're going to be watching it on giant screen. Giant screen. As far you go, they see. If they see Messi Sally as you they watch the ball, you go see him clearly. So giant screen tomorrow. Everybody they come watch him with us now. We there here. Come make we laugh. Not be for you there. Come watch him with us. And tomorrow, Lord have mercy. Lord have Yamal. One person must fall tomorrow. For Messi, Ballon d'Or. I don't know what I will talk for this one now. We can make that trouble. But I think Ballon d'Or talk something, say, after the 2008 period. I think they said that, it's no longer for only European players. That they've clarified that it's not only for European players, anybody in the world that has an outstanding performance if you win Ballon d'Or. Lionel Messi has had a great World Cup, and a lot of people they always factor the World Cup year. Listen, no matter anything, if you get even if not hate or anything, as long as player gets fantastic World Cup, see no underrate time for Ballon d'Or. As long as player get fantastic World Cup, if you see that player no get chance for Ballon d'Or, you dey waste your time. You dey whine. Because if you feel say Messi go get this kind of World Cup and then in Ballon d'Or PR no go dey high, you dey whine. I think make I check MLS too. I won't check their club performance. Make I no go talk the one way I know. But in win 2 trophies, I won't confirm am. But I remember say even club for yes, then they talk say okay, not just for European team, but they perform for in club too. So the Ballon d'Or they look am, they recognize am anywhere where you dey, as long as you get good performance. My word. So Messi, if you feel say Messi no dey in the running for Ballon d'Or, the one now if he go win am now, because compared to some European teams, why a lot of people they focus on European teams now, because say the European teams they've had pedigree. The European teams compete in stronger competitions. That is where a lot of teams they actually test themselves. It is difficult. If you want win match, come try them for Champions League. Hurricane and Oli said they reach Champions League semi-finals, then gets an outstanding season. Ousmane Dembele can finally win Champions League with PSG and their league. Now that is a major decider. But even for this France team with Dembele is not even the best player in the World Cup. Some people go even put him say he's not even the second best player. for the World Cup, they go say Mbappe and Olise don't get, on the goal scoring perspective, Dembele they behind Mbappe. But when you look the balance of play, some people go talk say Olise don't get a better tournament. Olise they get tournament, we say even Madrid, rumors they circular, whether Madrid don't come from, to show you how good the guy don't be. So if Dembele no be, and to a large extent, unlike last season, Dembele be no really dey so decisive and influential for PSG this season. Yes, I'm not saying, but if you check how many games Dembele even play for their French league, how many games Dembele play? If you really check them, how many games Dembele actually play for the French league on? How many goals he actually score for PSG this last season? Make I break them down because I get that. For the World Cup, Dembele don't score 5 goals. This Messi we dey talk about don't get goals past Dembele. When a lot of people they talk say, oh, maybe the best player. For the French league on, Dembele play 22 matches. 22 matches. Dembele started 11 of those matches. How many goals Dembele scored for the French league on this season? Dembele scored 10 goals for France. 10 goals. Player will they rarely fit this season. Okay, we can't talk about the Champions League where everybody they try push him for. Champions League, Dembele play 13 games, 8 goals. Dembele no be the top scorer for Champions League sef. No be the top scorer for French League 1. No be the top scorer for World Cup. So then just they push because him not the best PSG player. On an extent of PRO, because if you actually check for the season in review, you go see say Vicha Varaskelia, a lot of people feel say he can get better season than Dembele. But because say okay now Dembele now PSG main player number 10, they say okay, Dembele depends on what he go do for. And we know say this World Cup will be the issue because Dembele is not the shining player, he's not the light for France. Kylian Mbappe will always steal the headlines for France. So if Ousmane Dembele from French League on to Champions League, you know they top all the charts. How you feel say that kind of player Ballon d'Or on a place of merit? If Ballon d'Or they tell us say the Ballon d'Or award could cover all everywhere. Now how you feel say on a place of merit, this Ousmane Dembele, we at least a lot of people say that the best European player could come win am ahead of the player we get the most goals and assists for the World Cup. Messi get 8 goals and 4 assists. The top goals and assists this season too. Instead, he no they far behind. The person where they beat him with goals this season, just one goal, just 1 assist. And then this guy useless league. He came to the World Cup with every other player from South African League, Cape Verde League, Premier League, La Liga, but now still him. It is still Lionel Messi that is topping the charts in everything. For goals in the top, for assists, 1 behind Michael Olise. So Messi, if I tell you the chance when he gets for Ballon d'Or, he has a 70% chance, except something change when season starts. And except, and I'm sorry, I'm forgetting one more thing. If Argentina no carry the World Cup, but if Argentina can finally carry the World Cup, Ovie raise that chance to 85%.
All right, still on the World Cup we have today, it's going to be England versus France. There is talks of Tuchel after his performance against Argentina, and some have said, he should be let go of that position. Michael Owen said they should bring an English manager who understands the mentality problem. I thought that was what Southgate wanted to fix. And he says, why would you be defending leads rather than dominating games? Say that was what happened against Mexico. But he said the Mexico one worked. So I don't know why, because Argentina one did not work, they are persecuting him. But Rooney said, let's stick to Tuchel. Say, unless you want to pick Pep Guardiola to come and coach the team. And they've also criticized him for not bringing Trent, for not bringing Cole Palmer, for not...
I followed it. And not one question was asked about that Jude Bellingham and Thomas Tuchel thing, which is very good. It's like maybe all of them got the briefing. If you ask this question, we'll throw you out of the press conference, or we'll not even attend to you. And obviously, there's a press officer too who can also decline some questions from the media in a press conference. So it seemed like they wanted to put all those things by the side. But let me also tell them that Thomas Tuchel is not going anywhere, because I think he had a break clause in his contract where if he'd have crashed out in the round of 16 or the quarterfinals, was it round of 16 or quarterfinals? That is where there is a problem. That's the clause. That is the break clause in his contract. Now, they reached the semi-final of the World Cup. Before today, England were not a team that have a way of crossing the finish line, because they had the same slip up in 2018. They reached the semi-finals of the World Cup. They lost to Croatia in the semi-finals. Euros 2020, they reached the final of the Euros, played in 2021 by the way. They lost out to Italy on penalties in the final. Forward to the 2022 FIFA World Cup, they crashed out to France, quarterfinal stage. And then reaching to Euros again, 2024, they lost in the final. So there has been a near miss scenario for them a lot of the time. And they brought in, Thomas Tuchel. Let's see if we can. And let me tell you another fun fact. If Thomas Tuchel had a break clause, there was another agreement with Pep Guardiola for him to take over in case Thomas Tuchel was asked as the manager. So this is what I see they want to play out. But the English press, the England FA have already said, they are backing Thomas Tuchel. Nothing until the contract expires after the Euros. And then they can now see. But it's only fair. There's 2 more years to the Euros. Build on this. You reach the semi-finals of the World Cup. Some people know we reached the quarterfinal and it was seen as a huge success. France reached the semi-final and they're not really overreacting. It was, yes, they could have done better, but they accepted their L. They were outplayed and they accepted their L. Now, the only problem with England is that the manner of the loss is very questionable. But 100%, come on, you faced Argentina now. You are facing Argentina are on a winning. Argentina are not on a winning streak of games, though. They are on a competition winning streak. Their last 3 competitions, they won all. If they win the World Cup on Sunday, they would have won 4 straight competitions, winning 4. It's not even beans. 4 straight competitions that they won. So you are facing the world champions. Yes, like I said, the win could have been handled better, but they keep always blowing things out of proportion. In the final stage, when a whole Brazil with Carlo Ancelotti have said, okay, no, fine, it's the World Cup. Let's use this as a learning curve. Let's move. This is his first major tournament, for crying out loud. You guys have a problem of going over the line, and he tried. He wanted you guys to go. I still maintain my stance that if Rich James was not injured, the game could have been handled better. But in his normal way, he had to just get injured. I think the game would have been handled better on a management perspective if Rich James did not get injured. But you had to you're only allowed 3 stoppages for 5 subs, right? Rich James got injured and he was taken off. Let me not speak out of proportion. Same time with Declan Rice, was it? Now, Declan Rice cannot, whether you like it or not, Declan Rice is not in a position to be finishing 90 minutes for any match right now. Bukayo Saka is not even in a position to be starting matches. But all of a sudden, them who are supposed to, some of the English media who are supposed to understand this thing, and they're learning who are supposed to understand some of these things, are just throwing shots. Yes, exactly. Declan Rice and Rich James were taken off on 82 minutes. I maintain that if Rich James was not injured, Tuchel would have not been forced to make another change at that point in time. Right? He would have not been forced to make another change because you are allotted 3 stoppages for 5 subs. So, him in his right thinking, he could have waited though, but can Declan Rice still sustain? A player like do you think a player like Declan Rice will not complete 90 minutes if there's nothing wrong? Declan Rice is struggling with his injury problems. Saliba don't finally break down 5 months after surgery, back surgery. He will not play when the season starts. He might not play this year. So he himself, Thomas Tuchel has made it very vocal that you see the Arsenal players, there's been a certain management that he has tried with them. So if Declan Rice would have not gone off, I think he could have managed the game better. Now, he made those changes. And what were the next 2 changes he made? It was attacking changes. Because it was never in the script. So, yes, the game could have been handled better. I have no doubts. Maybe, okay, just make the Rich James substitution. Relax. Why I feel he could have handled it better. Make the Rich James substitution. Put Nico Riley in. Switch out Jet Spence to the other side. But Jet Spence was playing really well. Against Lionel Messi. So do you really want to alter that? So on the other hand too, Dan Bon coming in was a freak change. preaching that he needed to put in another defender. But still, I feel that he could have been handled well. They should give him the time to Euro 2028. Let them stop overbeating this thing.
All right, so we'll go on a short break, please, on Bills, and when we come back to the Sports Live continues on Today 95.1 FM. We're here to talk about the main match, the gold prize. Who takes it? Is it going to be Spain or is it going to be Argentina? We'll break it all down all the way up to the tactics, and then we'll talk about the controversy surrounding the World Cup. Has it been a success? Has it been full of a scandal? Don't go anywhere. Today Sports Live returns to your airwaves.
Just do it again. Now you got to believe, I believe, cause you know what it takes to believe.
Dropping a cube, let the flavors flow. Watch every meal, steal the show. Terra, ooh, Terra. Aroma rising, filling the room, turning dinner's a joy to consume. Terra, ooh, Terra.
Terra Cube or Rap Joy. Unleash taste.
Go for gold, Terra Gold Cube. The amazing seasoning cube. So when you're cooking your delicious meals, don't compromise. Go for gold.
Rich, consistent taste for cooking mouth-watering soups, stews, and jollof. Choose wisely. Choose Gold. Terra Gold Seasoning Cube.
One cube. Endless possibilities. Terra Gold.
Port Harcourt, are you ready? Today, 95.1 FM, the voice of the people. This is Today 95.1 FM, Port Harcourt, voice of the people.
95.1 FM, voice of the people.
And we're back.
Our team up to Euros 2028. 08109510951. That is for the phone line. For the SMS, And the WhatsApp portal it's 07019339962. I'll call it once again for the phone line 0810-9510-951 for the SMS and the WhatsApp portal 0701-933-9962. Hello, good afternoon. Welcome.
I go to people specifically.
Yes, Mr. Mike.
Mr. Man. Yeah, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Talking of Tuchel, I think he has surpassed whatever Southgate has brought to. He has surpassed it, and he has a chance to win the third position. I think so. His mistake is the last match. Just according to what Somto said, if not for Declan Rice and the likes of Will James, I think he would have been able to manage the game. But I think these are some of the factors. You have a plan, and something will throughout your plan. I think talking of the golden boot, for me, I think Mbappe will still going to carry it. Because see that guy, I think Spanish team, it is they played against France. They don't want France to get hold of that ball. If they have done that, I think Mbappe would have done damage to them. I think and England don't have that capacity to do that. And when Mbappe sees anything that will make him to carry golden boot, you see the last match, the last final, the way he played against Messi, I think he's going to take it personal again today because in every competition he has participated, he's golden boot in Champions League, in the La Liga, and now in the World Cup. I think he stand a chance to win because the Ballon d'Or is an individual award, not a team award. Yeah, though other teams will say they want trophies, but a trophy is not a particular team. It's not a particular player that won it. It's a team. And if Mbappe has done what a single player, I think he would deserve it. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Hello, good afternoon. Welcome. Please turn on the volume of your radio set. All right, drop call situation. There's 0810-9510-951 and 0701-933-9962. Hello, good afternoon. Welcome. Yes, go on.
Please, can you give us tips of transfer? Something like that.
Yes, I will. All right, thank you. 0810-9510-951 This one from the WhatsApp portal says, Osas, you see how Ronaldo fans push lie. That's what they've been doing although this World Cup, all through this World Cup. Why? Because Ronaldo flops and that's the only way they can keep themselves happy. I and one Ronaldo placed a bet. I think Ronaldo fan, you want to say, placed a bet between Messi and Ronaldo who would have a better World Cup. And I already won even before the World Cup ended, and he's been in so much pain. Spain struggles to beat Cape Verde. Argentina struggles to beat Cape Verde. Spain beat France with ease, and Argentina beats England with ease. Does that mean Cape Verde is bigger than England and France? Again, football is not scripted. But thank you. You didn't say your name, but your number ends.
Can win you games. The competition is the long run. Anything can go wrong. What if someone was injured for France in this competition? So, yes, let me not factor all of that, but I just had that feeling that France were not going to win the World Cup. And I also had the feeling that they were not going to reach the final. But then, looking round, apart from England, I tipped Brazil, all because of Carlo Ancelotti. That was why I did so. But I think that Brazil team still needs a little bit of deliverance. But after Argentina, Spain, honestly, yes, France in my favorites. But Argentina and Spain were still two teams that almost stood out for me. On the European scene, Spain are the champions of Europe, the best European team in terms of who is the defending champions of their own continents now. In terms of who is the best defending champion in South America, Argentina on top. So, I mean, why I said this has the makings of an all-timer is because you are staring down the first time ever the champions of two different continents in Europe and in South America will be clashing in the World Cup final. It's not rocket science. These two teams have been consistent for over the last couple of years. Argentina's consistency dates back to 5 years ago. Spain's consistency stemmed from that performance in Euro 2020. Ever since Luis de la Fuente took over from Spain, they've gotten their identity back. They've gotten their mojo back. They now have an instrumental player for Paris Saint-Germain, Mikel Oyarzabal. Also in the La Liga, like I said, there are usually loyalties for some of these Basque players, so you don't expect Oyarzabal to leave. But then Unai Simon has been consistent in the national team. So Spain have referred, and if you look at their team, 60% play in La Liga. 60% though, don't go 60 to 50% play in La Liga. Because even before now, Robin Lenormand was also a mainstay in central defense. Unai Simon. Now Cucurella has gone back to La Liga, plays for Real Madrid. You could also look at when they were, I'm talking about the moments when they were heating up. Mikel Merino, Martins Zubimendi, seasons back. That was before this Euro triumph. So Spain actually reverted to what is their identity. Nico Williams. Going forward, Lamine. And like I said, they now have a star presence. And this boy did not just become a star. Fortunately, this boy became a star at 16 when he scored that fantastic goal also in the Euros. This boy became a star with national team at 16. So they have all the makings to dominate in football. And I mean, like I said, the script writers could not do this any better. If you look at Lionel Messi and some of the pictures he has with some of these Spanish players when they were younger, likes of Pedri, Fermin is not in the side though, but Fermin, Gavi, and obviously that famous picture of him bathing Lamine when he was still a baby. Like, would you have ever envisioned that from that time till now, that boy that this guy was bathing, you would face him in a World Cup final? Not just facing him, but facing him as per you can put Lamine in the bracket of top 5 players in the world. So it's subjective though, some people have their own, but you can put him there. So it's written all in the stars that this is a final for the ages. 2 different continents, 2 different eras, young Spain against experienced Argentina. But don't let young Spain deceive you that there is not a considerable size of experience, and don't let it be like these young players don't even have experience. Because when the stakes were high, Lamine was playing in the Euros final. Paul Kubasi is dominating week in, week out, and his experience is showing on the world stage. Kubasi and Laporte in defense. There's balance. On the other side, Pura and Cucurella. Look at midfield. Yes, Pedri. And you can see that De La Fuente had to rely on experience in the semi-final. Pedri said, wait. Fabian, Rodri, Olmo, Oyarzabal, Alex Baena, Lamine. So there is a perfect... See, in spite of the fact that you want to say, oh, youth. Why we say youth is that it is the first time ever that in the World Cup semi-final 2 teenagers were starting. Ever. 2 teenagers. This is on a world stage. This is Pele level of ability. It's not even Pele Mbappe who scored in a World Cup final when he was still a teenager. This is elite level. It's not for beans, cho. It's not in. It's elite level. So they deserve where they are. If there's anything that can push Argentina to the limits, there's any team, it's this Spain team. Argentina have to be very careful. Gone are those days. The thing is that you can keep doing this thing and getting. Liverpool started it at the beginning of last season. They were getting away, late. And so by play, then win 5 games, get 15 points. Champions League 2, get where it bites them. They stopped getting it late. You could do all your late miracles. When it matters most, it might fail you. Against this Spain team, they are not like the others who slowly revert. Yes, they can control and manage the game, but they don't control it by sitting back. They control it by holding. A lot of people say the best way to control a game is to have the ball. Don't lose the ball. Some teams, their style, people like, Mourinho teams back in the days, packing Atletico Madrid under Simeone, even this Arsenal of this season, they preferred, okay, you can have the ball, but we'll be compact. So it might not, that is not their own way of seeing out victories. Their own way is to actually dominate you. And my problem again is that in the semi-final, even Priana had a discussion that Argentina could not afford to lack width. And this is where I also had a little bit of fault for Thomas Tuchel. You could stretch Argentina because that box midfield that they always want to play just to accommodate some of these players, and then up front Lionel Messi will necessarily not hug the touchline, and then Alvarez now has to be the one to tear to the far left because they have to accommodate this style. And credit to Scaloni, bro. Scaloni has made this system function. Yes, it has not been easy, but from the last one he has made it function in order to have a working system around Messi. But it seemed like it was having flaws in their round of 16 game, round of 32, even their quarter-final game. So, as it stands, It remains to be seen. Does Scaloni revert back to that box four? Because De Paul was on the bench and Giuliano Simeone entered into the game to provide more with, obviously, Lionel Messi was still on the pitch, Alvarez as well. So I thought Simeone would have even played from the left, but he started him from the right, and Messi was playing like a false nine, and Alvarez was more taking more of wider positions. So, I lie to you, does he go back to De Paul, McAllister, Paredes, and Enzo Fernandez, or does he stick with the Simeone, Messi? And my gut feeling tells me he doesn't stick with that, because I mean he had to make changes now. So it's going to be an interesting game. Spain, definitely, I think they can capitalize on the flaws of Argentina, and if they do, it's going to be really bad for Argentina, because I don't see them staging that late miracle. But you know what I'm saying? But, and it's almost like my sense is rank coming back again. If you have a player like Lionel Messi, impossible is nothing.
08109510951. Your predictions for the matches today, tomorrow, and today as well. To Spain, Argentina, for you, who takes the trophy home, and England versus France, who takes the bronze medal home. The guys in the second part will soon be coming up, and there's been some latest happening in the Nigerian side. Exactly, Victor Osimhen, the man has been named the captain of Galatasaray, and we'll talk about those later. 08109510951070193399962. Hello, good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon. This is Nobona calling from Okija.
Give us your thoughts.
I think for tomorrow, what I have clear at tomorrow is I think Spain will have to do, because Spain is playing as a unit, while Argentina, they also do as a unit around Messi. But unlike England, who scored one and went to sleep, Spain will not sleep till the last minute. We saw it against France. Even while they were 2-0, they were solving like for like. So I think they will have the day tomorrow. I don't know how Argentina will cope against a more stronger side anyway. But it's time to be corrected. We might be wrong. We are predicting. I think I'll be going for Spain tomorrow. Then for today, I think it's not clear. They are both wounded. So I don't know who will pick themselves up faster. Thank you. Have a nice day.
All right, thank you. Hello, good afternoon. Welcome.
Mr. Mike, I call back.
Yes, go on.
Talking of, I think for tomorrow, don't be shocked. It will be an easy ride for Spain tomorrow. Why am I saying so? Because they have a younger team who are hungry to. They are the European champion, and they want to be the world champion. And if you recall, from the knockout stage, Argentina was conceding goal against a very considered 2 goal, against Egypt considered 2 goal. Then finally considered one against England. If not that for England change pattern, I think they would have knocked out them Argentina. So Spain, I've seen that match. I think they won't allow. They will gas out. See, let me tell you, Argentina, they will gas out tomorrow. And I think that result getting out to die 3 to 4 goals tomorrow. Talking of today, I think today will be a tight one. Let me say around 3-2 or 3-3. Today, I come inside. Thank you.
All right, thank you. 08109510951070193399962. Hello, good afternoon. Well, good evening. Yeah, welcome.
Oh, yeah, good evening.
Yes, this is.
Well, you asked a question whether competition should stay or not. See, me, I am not even going to rate him based on the performance against Argentina. I'm not rating more based on that, because you cannot use one game to rate a coach. Well, I didn't really sit down to watch England ever since he took over. It was their friendly before the World Cup started against New Zealand, where I watched, and they were very, very poor, extremely poor, and I looked at it. This is not the man for England. Though some persons say that was just a friendly. Then he got to the World Cup, and I really sat down and I watched the team. See, it's not about losing to Argentina, tactical mistake or whatever that he made against Argentina. How has the team been playing? They've not been playing very well. See, from the day I saw the team list for the World Cup, I called you guys that England will not go anywhere. I expected that, okay, a player like Opama, Fooding ought to be included. A bit of flair in their way of play, but I didn't see that. Okay, so he's not a man for the job. See, Thomas Tuchel, when he won Champions League for Chelsea, I rated him to be very, very high. But when he went to Bayern, semi-final Champions League match against Real Madrid, the both legs, I looked at him that this guy, to me, is an average coach. He's an average coach, not the way.
He's not going.
Somalian referee, yeah, the Somalian referee that wasn't given visa to actually come ref a football, the World Cup game. For me, that's one of my lows in the tournament. And then the red card that was allegedly overturned by FIFA. The red card, Balogun, yeah, the Balogun red card that was overturned. I think that's second. That's the second in terms of my low in excuse me, in this present World Cup, because it's still not confirmed that FIFA that he was the president of the the country, that's the U.S. President Donald Trump, that had an influence in that changes. But it has happened before. Not now, not it has happened in time past. Not a new thing, but I felt that was one of my lows in the tournament. Given that all this is coming from US, there's no controversies amongst the other host nations, which is Mexico and Canada. We've not heard them. Then apart from that, I don't think there's any low for me in the tournament. Going by the officiating. The officiating is another thing that. But for me, I think in all, it's been a successful World Cup for me. Teams have the African teams did us proud in some ways, qualifying from the group stages, 9 out of 10 qualifying. It's something that we look forward to more of that. And then you could say that we didn't get much from the African teams in terms of the what's it called now, the way they performed in the knockout stages, game management, part of it. But excuse me, I think it's a learning curve. For the African nations, it's a learning curve. We didn't get an African nation to get to the semi-finals. We hopefully next World Cup we'll go past our performance. In this World Cup more than what we have in this World Cup. But in all, I think it's been a successful World Cup. Yeah, it's been a successful World Cup for me. We had teams performed, and we saw a new nation that was this nation again? Forgot. Curacao. Yeah, a new nation coming to the World Cup. Nice feeling, but in everything, I think there's no much controversies. The World Cup is okay for me. Nice World Cup.
08109510951 Hello, caller. Good afternoon or good evening. Welcome.
Hello, good afternoon. Is that Ovie, right?
Yes, this is Ovie.
Good afternoon. I'm Benjamin.
Yes.
So
Good evening,
afternoon
brother.
as well. My name is Destiny.
Go on.
Okay. Talking about England, I never give them a chance to go anywhere because I think they are bringing in this guy from former Brighton guy attacker. What's that name? That is playing in Dubai. Is it Dubai now or Saudi Arabia?
Saudi Arabia.
So if you are bringing someone like that on, you are going to bring Alexander Arnold. Arnold wasn't that bad with Real Madrid, if not for the injuries. Yeah. Instead of that, you go and Jack Spain to come and I don't really know what he was doing in this World Cup. No option. If you pull out. To me, comparing Southgate and this guy, Southgate didn't did more. Southgate to me do more because at least he take England to one of the finals like that. Then they were playing fantastic football to the extent giving everybody hope that he's coming home. They were doing that campaign, he's coming home. because they were playing fine football. So out of a sudden, I don't know. As for tomorrow Argentina, I have Zubimendi in Spain, the Viraya, and then the almighty Merino is doing well. But in as much as I know, they are Arsenal players and I support Arsenal, but for the sake of the almighty goat, the goat of all the goats, I want Argentina to win this World Cup, at least for retirement benefit. If that's it, the man will retire because he never can tell. He might decide to say, okay, let me give it the last shot, at least to do something someone has not done before. But if they played well tomorrow, Spain will not dominate them the way they dominate France because Argentina do not have a clear-cut pattern that they want to play. Because to a point, they play physical football as if they are Stoke City. It got to a point, they play as if they want to keep the ball and then deny you the ball. Got to a point, they load the ball up. They just want to be doing something different. You can't really predict what they are doing. They switch over everything. So if they come up like that tomorrow, I think they will do it because those Spanish defenders in Laporte and Kubasi, I don't really think they have what it takes to stop Lautaro Martinez and Messi, no matter anything. So I give it to Argentina tomorrow. But whatsoever happens, if Spain win, I will celebrate for the sake of my players that are there. But I really want Argentina to win for the sake of Lionel. God have mercy. That's the only thing I want to say this hour. Thank you.
All right, thank you. 08109510951070193399962. I've still got Henry ready to take over for what's happening in the second part. But Henry, before I do that, what's your take on the World Cup now giving out rings like it's an NBA final? I, for one,
if it's a one-time thing, I don't think I have any issue with it.
but if it's not a one-time thing,
if it's not a one-time
obviously
thing,
one time it's going to be a one time.
it has to be a one-time thing because please don't come and make this all about the United States.
We saw in Qatar last World Cup. You
But
saw
that is
the
not a
robe.
championship ring they gave. It was just a robe they just put on Messi.
And it's
Maybe
a robe now. We would have seen the robe here, so it's just maybe as World Cup reach your side, you do it in one day.
I just think I don't. There have been a lot of things about this World Cup. Yeah, the football has been decent, but I mean the upsets or a lot of the upsets I was hoping for, we are used to seeing in the World Cup didn't happen, especially of recent. A lot of politics. You look at Iran. You look at Omar Atan, you look at some questionable officiating or questionable calls as regards to officiating, and you're just asking yourself. I mean, it's been a World Cup that's been made by some controversies, but pretty decent at the end of the day. I'm pretty okay. I mean, the crowd. I mean, it beats the attendance record of the previous World Cup with the most attendance, which was the United States in '94 when they hosted. So I mean, we've seen the facilities, all those facilities I used to talk about every time and sing about in the NFL and all that. So we saw them, or we've seen them at display now in the World Cup, and it's actually been interesting, no doubt about that. The fans, the euphoria around everything. So it's finally it's 1 month of madness and it's done. It's over. Everybody go back and focus on. I mean, people have been thinking of preseason already now. Now preseason, they people mind self. No be even World Cup final now. You'll start feeling the fever from tomorrow. That's where people remember the World Cup is actually there. For United fans, you'll be waiting to see how their team plays against Wrexham today in their first preseason ready. So that's probably what is in people or what's in people's minds right now. Although the World Cup final is still there, but I think it's been an interesting World Cup. It's been a good World Cup. It's been an okay World Cup. FIFA will be happy and smiling. The biggest money or revenue they've generated from a World Cup is this one and all that stuff. So I think at the end of the day, everybody goes home happy. That's all I can say.
08109510951.
Talk radio. I listen to a lot of talk radio.
95.1 FM.
Hello, my name is Kanu Wanko, aka Papilo. For the latest and trending sports stories, always listen to Today Sports Live on Today 95.1 FM Port Harcourt.
Yes, this is still today's Sports Live on your premium talk news and sports radio station. Today, 95.1 FM, and it's time for us to talk about things making the rounds in the world of Nigerian football. Yeah, not much might be happening at this point in time, but it is time for us to talk about Nigerian football, the Super Falcons, and your quest to win their 11th title as regards the Women's African Cup of Nations, the WAFCON. Well, players are trooping in, and Justin Madugu has released his squad, and we will be looking at that one as the game between Ghana or against Ghana has been cancelled, and Tanzania looks to be the new team they will be facing. We'll also be looking at some transfers as regards Super Eagles players across Europe and what moves we are expecting or on the brink of happening or have happened already. And we'll touch a bit on the NPFL. Every year we produce 4 teams on the continent. Last year, it was an eyesore. Rivers United went to the continent and couldn't even pick up a win. It was 1 draw and 5 losses in a group that had Pyramids, Zamalek, Asfar, if memory serves me right.
You mean Rivers United?
Rivers United, Pyramids,
there was
Asfar,
RS Bekan,
Pyramids, RS Bekan,
and Black, was it Black Bulls?
No, Power Dynamos.
Power Dynamos
of Zambia. And we also have Abysmal the performance was. And now we're going into another season. CAF has already released the calendar. We'll be having the preliminary rounds by September. And there were talks of potentially expanding the group stages to more than 16 teams, maybe 24 or 32. But so far, so good. We haven't heard anything further as regards that. But now it's about the teams on the continent and their performances. Now, let's start with the CAF Confederations Cup before we start from the baby, before we have to go to the teams at the top or to the big boys, the CAF Champions League. And a side of me was actually rooting for Ikorodu City to actually get one over El Kanemi Warriors in the Federations Cup final, because I felt they would have been a better, or they would have put up a better representation for us, knowing how they do operate like some of these academies, like we see Beyond Limits and all this, that tend to produce these young boys that go to Europe and make good careers, then come back to play for the Super Eagles, but somehow they were unlucky. Consider that 13th minute penalty and they couldn't equalize. But now we're stuck with El Kanemi Warriors and Shooting Stars. This is not El Kanemi Warriors' first rodeo in the CAF Confederations Cup. They've won the President Federations Cup. That should be...
That was in the 2023 season. They've won 4. Yeah,
and
this is their 4th now.
Yeah, they've won, is it 3 in the last 5 years? Or
yes, in the last 5
years.
Is it 2 in the last 5 years?
Yeah, or 2 in the last 3 years. And every time they do get to go on the continent after winning the President Federations Cup, we always get to see a first round exit. It's like they're stuck in trade. Then you're looking at Shooting Stars, who has had a 27-year hiatus, or ended a 27-year hiatus from the continent going to the continent. What's his name now? Awiriwo, the man put in charge
Yes.
of Shooting Stars, or that is in charge of
Awero.
done a fantastic job last season. At some point, they were in the title race. But you're not looking at these two sides. You're looking at them going into the continent, and also knowing for the fact that they won't be playing their home.
It looked like Shooting Stars were not going to have anything from this season, the season that was just concluded. But all of a sudden, we saw them spiral, just move up on the table, on the rankings, and finally at the end of the day they were able to get themselves a continental slot. We saw this play out, knew it was going to happen, with the whole administrative changes that Shooting Stars had at the beginning of the season. Remember, they took Nuruddin Aweroro from Ikorodu City, the man who revitalized Ikorodu City at one point. They took him over to Shooting Stars. They took Toby Adepoju over there to Shooting Stars as a sporting director. That's a clear intent on Shooting Stars' plan to return back to the top of football on the continent, which is the CAF Champions League as well as the CAF Confederations Cup. And good enough, they were able to get that one done. Yeah, so it didn't just start yesterday. It started all before the season commenced. You could see some beautiful changes Shooting Stars did ring in during the season when it has to do with administration. Then when it has to do with player recruitment, Shooting Stars were also very much active. You could see how they brought in a very good scouting before getting this player, and you could see the results in less than 3 months getting into the MPFL. He had already established himself as one of the midfielders to be looked out for right here in the Nigerian Premier Football League. And good enough, his efforts were crowned with success when Eric Chell called him up to be part of the Super Eagles team that went, defended, and also did a back-to-back at the Unity Cup. We won a cup, yeah. It's just dawned on me right now that the Super Eagles of Nigeria won a cup. So many countries have struggled to win cups these days.
And you're proud of the Unity Cup?
Yes, I'm proud of it. It's a cup.
Goodness me.
It's a cup.
I reserve my comments.
Goodness
You
me.
can reserve your comments for all I care, but the Super Eagles of Nigeria won a cup. I'm happy about that. So Ayobami Jr. was part of that mix, and you could see that it's paying off right now. Shooting Stars are now exporting talents. We're seeing them do so. Fighting for third and fourth. El Kanemi Warriors going on relegation. The disparity was much. We were expecting that Ikorodu City would have leveraged on that to beat El Kanemi Warriors without flexing a muscle, but it didn't happen that way. That's what cup competitions are anyway. But going on the continent, I don't want to look at El Kanemi Warriors. I want to really look at Shooting Stars. I believe Shooting Stars would be able to, with the recruitments that we are seeing them do, the transfers that in assist for the season was one that made everything look so stewed and very nice for Shooting Stars. So that's why they had to go out of their way to ensure that they keep the man back at Shooting Stars there, and they know very well that they will be on the continent, and being on the continent you need the best of legs. I've been following their recruitments of recent, and it's been impressive. It's been impressive for a team that wants to go on the continent. I know they are not going to be losing too much of their players. I've not seen much of their players leave. The conditions there at Shooting Stars has been very favorable for players. They don't leave anyhow, meaning the team has understood that they need to bring in some changes that would keep them in contention, not for just this season, but for seasons to come after now. So I just hope that the teams that we have going on the continent would have this at the back of their minds. We're looking at the President's Federation. We are looking at the CAF Confederations Cup, and we're looking at these two teams. For El Kanemi Warriors, Henry, I don't know what to say. I can't really say anything about El Kanemi Warriors because they've been quiet. They look like a team that also has been facing its own or having its own fair share of financial issues over the while. We saw Aliyu Zubairu try to raise that team to a level, but they were not able to keep him because in a twinkle of an eye, he was whisked away by the Flying Eagles to go become the coach of the Flying Eagles. So that continuity is not there. So I'm not seeing El Kanemi Warriors go on the continent and do anything big because the continuity has not been there. Winning the President's Federations Cup is totally different from going on the continent and qualifying into the group stages after the first and second preliminary rounds. It's not going to be easy for them, and I know very well that they will not. For the CAF Confederations Cup, I think all my hope, all my expectations are on the shoulders of Shooting Stars. They are the only side that I see as a serious-minded side that could go even as far as getting into the group stage of the CAF Confederations Cup because of some of the activities I've been seeing going on there at Adamasimba, going on there at with Lekon Salami being at the back of or being in support of this team all the way. So I think there are so many things that we'll be expecting from Shooting Stars for the CAF Confederations Cup going into the season. For El Kanemi Warriors, as I said before, I'm not expecting anything. Doesn't mean they can't shock me. They can actually shock me, but I'm not expecting anything from El Kanemi Warriors.
Okay, now
see, we have an issue with the MPFL sides. You know, most of them, I feel, that's my feeling, most of them qualify for the CAF, for the Continentals, not because they want to put up a good performance, but because of the money involved. You know?
I mean, the preliminary rounds, there wasn't any money involved.
Till
recent, CAF put about $100,000. But and that's why I'm also coming to you now. Now, are you confident? Are you sure? Because I mean, the Borno Commissioner for Sports, Borno State Commissioner for Sports, who are the primary owners of El Kanemi Warriors, actually came out to say the $2 million to pay a player a month is too much. So you can't afford to bring out, or you're complaining about bringing out $2 million to pay a player is too much. Then what quality of players are we expecting you to actually bring in as El Kanemi Warriors to actually fight on the continent? And knowing that you're going to be in the NNL, how many players will actually want to play in the NNL? So I mean, Benjamin, you're looking at the quality and you're looking at things like this, and you did talk about the fact that you're not expecting much. I mean, maybe there's actually cause for concern and cause for an alarm, and maybe the NSA is right in their directive by being forceful and saying, I don't care if you can meet up or not, just do what we told you to do.
Well, I think finance is a major issue in the MPFL. Finance, players' welfare, you know, running of the club, the day-to-day running of the club. I think it's a big issue in the MPFL. Like I said earlier, most of these clubs look at the financial gains, you know, going into. Of course, football is it's about making the money. You know, it's about making money, and these players, these clubs get to look at it and say, okay, you know, we get to qualify for the CAF Confederations Cup. Automatically, you're making, for qualifying, you're making $100,000. That's more or less like a takeoff grant, you know, takeoff funds for you to start preparing, get players and all that. Most of these clubs don't get to look for the best of players. You know, we talked about how you know, shooting and recruiting, and the management staff, how they're recruiting quality players and all that. You know, Rivers United have been recruiting. Rangers, we've not heard much about Rangers, a few, and then Kwara United, El Kanemi have not recruited. They are very quiet in terms of recruiting. Now, look at it. You get quality players, and then you're knocked out of the preliminary ranks. And then how do you get to keep these players? You know, even in the English league, when a club from the EPL is being relegated, they get to cut down their wage bill. Let's go of the biggest players, because definitely you can't pay them. So I feel that is what El Kanemi Warriors are trying to do. Why do we get a player, top quality player, to prosecute the CAF games, and then you get knocked out? All these boil down to the $100,000. You get knocked out, and you're playing in the NNL. So I feel that's what they are looking at, the monetary value they get, and they are not putting this into, they're not putting the money into use, because you looking at it, they already have $100,000 in their coffer, qualifying for the CAF Confederations Cup already. You know, so I feel that most of our clubs, we sit down here week in, week out, talk about the performances of our clubs in the continent. I just feel that most of them are just doing this for the money, the clubs themselves. Because you can't tell me you're going for the continent. And one thing is, the higher you go in the continent, in the continentals, the more money you get. You know, but are they looking at that direction? Instead, they're just looking at the ones you can get from qualifying alone. Why don't you get quality players, look at it and say, okay, we get these quality players, the more we move, the more we go out. Let's say we qualify for the first round, we qualify out of it, second round, and then we go to the group stages. The more money you get. So I just feel that monetary finance is a very huge problem in the league. Now we are talking about paying 2 million, pay these players 2 million in the league. We've not really talked about, okay, how these clubs are going to get this money, how are they doing this, how they get into here. We throw our gates open. Yes, the governor can say, okay, because Rivers United are playing a derby, let's say against Bayelsa United, I throw the gates open. Yeah, you're trying to let people come and support the team, but invariably you're not helping the team, because the team, that match day, they don't make any money from gate fee. So how do they realize this money, especially for the privately owned team? It becomes a problem. So for me, I think most of these teams,
the privately owned teams, actually, you do pay gate fees. Actually,
no, I'm saying no, not all of them, because there are some games this season Kun Khalifa threw their gates open, especially towards the end of last season when they were fighting relegation. They threw their gates open in three or four games. That way, you're not even helping. You're trying to get the fans close to but you're not helping them. You're not helping the team. How do you make the money? So I feel that most of this team gets to look at the the Continentals as a way of adding more money to their pockets, rather than going there to play and then advance to the other stages of the competition.
Okay, so what's your take on Economy Warriors and Shooting Stars, as they will be or are getting ready to take part in the CAF Confederations Cup next season? 0701 933 9962. 0701-933-9962. That's for the SMS and WhatsApp also. And for the phone line number is 0810-9510-951. 0810-9510-951. And we do have Somto Isaac here with us in the studio as well. So okay, let's take this call before I actually head over to get Somto's thoughts on as regards Enugu Rangers and Rivers United. Hello, caller. Good evening.
Yeah, I agree with the guys.
Kabulu Barry, great to have you. Please go ahead.
Yeah, about the Nigeria issue, there will be a save on a Lami Yamana. Then a message this afternoon. So, because I didn't have headache for that. So, but for this, our Nigeria league, we don't talk. And waiting the other guy talk for that has not true. They no go there to play. They only go there to find the money. But waiting the pain me to say that they embarrass Nigeria football. Yes. Just like Rivers United last week, you qualify. You know, if you win one match. Even team where you're supposed to beat for here, the team still come here beat you. Where they go? Then this season again, they don't qualify. They never see go anywhere because of our organization. This monetary issue, that should be around 2016. There is one match that Rivers United play with Enyimba. Yes, that time they play for Elekaya. That match, we used to pay to 200 to stadium that time. So before the match, before that match, when we reached stadium, they didn't even make any announcement that Enyimba match they will pay like 500 before you enter. So on that day, everybody still keep hope that our normal 200 that we used to pay, that we will pay and enter. Entering the gate, they say 500. And that match, Imba and Rivers United, that match is a very big match. And that day, if you see crowd that was in that stadium, you know that yes, people come out for this match. Then they say 500, we not say, but this is new to us. We didn't even hear it anywhere that they announced that they will pay 200 and 500. So, okay, we are here now. Okay, you people just take the 200, let the money not go. They say no. Do you know what happened? The Enyimba guys that came, they called their chairman, their, let me say, their club chairman, fans chairman, that see what is happening here. Do you know what happened? The
What
man
happened?
called that gate, and everybody, about 300 people that was there, they entered that stadium free. The people that came with 500, the people that came with 200, everybody entered that stadium without paying kobo. God, I was so bitter that day. Even when I entered stadium, because when I entered stadium, I do go sit close to where journalists used to sit. Because there is one guy, he's a rival guy that's into journalism. So I saw the guy. So I was talking that what happened today, I didn't like it. So the guy now say, what happened? I tried to explain to the guy that, see what happened. He had lost so much money. Instead of that guy say, why? It's not good. The guy is now like, try to defend that. I shouldn't say that such things like that didn't happen. I told the guy that I'm telling you because me, I brought out my money, wanted to pay. They said no. And I entered here free. About 300 of us, we entered this stadium free without paying cover. So how the club will generate money? I tried to say that in that day, that guy wanted to annoy me, I just forget about it. So from that day, that is why I decided for now not to go stadium to go watch God, because when I see the organization, everything that they are doing in this our Nigeria football, this one is not it's not big that we are running. We are just doing government charity, charity work. That is what we are doing. Because if you want to see all these things stop, any day that private has run our football for this country, that is only the day that we will leave all this talk. Even as this government that they are still running our football, and this one will just be like from pillar to post, or let me not say what I would say. But I pray that private people come and take over our league. For me, I tried to talk about this Nigeria league because this league was one league that I love, because when I grew up, I didn't watch them, but the magazines that I see, my elder brother brought to have, I so much love it. That is when I know all these things before even watching some of them. So I was eager that let me grow so that one day I will go to stadium and watch all these things. Then when I now grow and now go to stadium, I now see those days organization, then I now see this one, I say no, our football is not going up, it's going down. What they did in 94, 93 is better than what they are running now as Nigeria football. So I don't know how we do this, and I don't know how we will talk. But those people that is running our football, they are just using us as a talkative. They will just say when these people don't talk finish, they will keep quiet. They will continue to do what they want to do. But these people will say if you don't pay 200 million, even though it's 5 teams, that they can manage the league with it. If they can stand on league, me, I will like them. Because now from there, now we'll get better league. If not, like this, we'll go top fire. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much for your thoughts there, Kabulu Barry. It's been great having you on the show this evening. The phone line is still open, 0810-951-0951, 0810-951-0951. And Osas, let me come over to you. Still, Enugu Rangers, Rivers United, the other two teams in the CAF Champions League. Rangers, it looks like they're trying to see how they can do some work, trying to make some signings. I mean, Fidelis has been sent to finish up his UFAB course over there in Scotland. Hopefully, it helps him get better. But I mean, the coaching a team in the country hasn't got a UFAB license. It just maybe begins to raise questions about the quality of coaching that these guys are actually getting. In the West or in Europe, UFAB coaches the under 15s,
The under 15s academies.
the academies, but that's coaching the professional team or the league champions, or that's the qualification of the coach. He hasn't even gotten it yet. Coaching the league champions in the NPFL. But I mean, you could say they are still trying to get ready, but it now raises the question. We all felt Nigeria is due having a team in the CAF Champions League group stages once again. And Rivers United finally made us happy. I remember how we were here in the studio that day doing they were playing, was it Black Bulls or which side were they playing? They finished respectively or finished with a respectful 4 points or respectable 4 points in the group stages. But
we were beaten by the Zambians.
We were beaten by the Zambians here at home.
I was there.
Yeah, you were there.
I was there.
I was
saw
like,
it.
Chai, Osas just wasted everything. Everything. His transport to him. He wasted everything. And he went to Zambia. I remember Benjamin when I was telling Benjamin, he was like, Osas, I just wasted. I wonder how Osas is feeling now at this point in time. But, I mean, a lot of people did go, and it was sad to see what happened. But there is, or there will be next season. But it now raises the question, and now brought the fact that we are brought down to reality. Can our teams actually compete? We're talking about Imo Obot coming in. Obot barely even played for Abia Warriors last season, and Rivers United only 11 appearances, and Rivers United went on to bring him. There are talks of Alex Oyowa, them trying to sign Alex Oyowa and bring him into the team. But I mean, are the signings actually of the quality enough? I mean, Oyowa was part of the Remo Star side that were 5 for put pass by Mamelodi Sundowns, 7 over 2 legs. And you're looking at, or some people are also questioning the abilities of the coaches in Fidelis and Finidi George. Do they have it within themselves to actually get these teams to the group stages, first of all? And even if you get to the group stages, make it a respectable performance or outing in the group stages if you don't go through. So, I mean, these questions are being raised. CAF Confederations Cup, you could potentially still see a better performance, but the CAF Champions League is of a higher level. So people are worried, people are concerned. Rivers United, Enugu Rangers. Do you think we can see someone match Rivers United's performance last season of making it to the group stages, and not just making it to the group stages, doing better by putting up a commendable performance in the group stages?
I think these days in our MPFL football, I tend to believe those who say formations don't matter. Kick and follow is what we do. Yeah, any day it works, we'll take it that it has worked. Any day it doesn't, we also look at it that maybe we were not lucky enough, or God wasn't on our side. That's what I'm thinking these days, because now you look at some of the coaches that we have in the MPFL, as well said. It's just now that we are seeing Fidelis Ilechukwu going and trying to complete his UEFA B license. We also saw Daniel Lugumo, the current coach of Kanu Pillars, also getting his UEFA B license. We saw Yemi Olariwaju, assistant coach, Rivers United, also getting
Coach Terimba on the continent. Let's not forget. On the continent.
He just got his UEFA B license from Scotland. It's as if everybody's running to Scotland these days. We need to look at what's happening in Scotland. If it's quite easier.
I know Wales to be the cheapest in the United Kingdom.
So, but everybody's going there, and Henry, you're asking how come? You said how come the coach of the champions of the MPFL for the 2025-2026 season is yet to even show forth his UEFA B license, which the CAF Champions League and CAF Confederations Cup head coach must have a CAF Pro license or a minimum of a CAF A license. I don't know the equivalent, what a UEFA B license
should
would
actually be equivalent
to a CAF A license.
CAF A should be a UEFA A. It should be, or your subsequent from any other confederation. That's how it usually works.
Okay, so that means a UEFA A license.
But you all know these things have curriculums. A UEFA A license should be equal to a CAF A license.
So now,
but you know, curriculums differ, modes of, like, the way it's taught in Spain is actually different from how it's done in Wales or in England or in France and all that.
So meaning Fidelis Ilechukwu, even with his CAF B license, is not qualified to sit on the bench for Rangers International at the CAF Champions League, or the CAF Champions League. That's where they are at this point.
They find their way around this.
They find their way. Maybe someone would, with a CAF A license, will sit on the bench while he will sit on the assistant bench in that one. So, but the truth here is, you tend to look at it, and when you want to speak now, they will, in their own defense, tell you that a Nigerian coach, a certain Nigerian coach with a CAF Pro license is in the NNL and is struggling to come back and is not able to come back. I don't want to mention names.
We know the person you're talking about, but you know the Nigerian football scene is funny.
Yes, they will tell you that he is there. If he good for him, if he sure for him, for don't come back to the MPFL. Now, waiting if I tell you, say if he sure for him, for don't come back to the MPFL. But these things we need to stop. Maybe portraying ourselves as mediocre teams, mediocre administrators, mediocre footballers, or mediocre whatever you want to call it, to the continent or even to the global stage. We need to do what is right. See, if those who regulate football in the MPFL don't make it compulsory that you must reach this level before...
If you make it compulsory, you need to have a CAF A license. Yes. I don't think any coach in the MPFL will be in the
then
MPFL
let them
today.
all go out. See, that is the time you will now see those who have it maybe outside. We have Nigerians with CAF A licenses and CAF Pro licenses.
A lot of them are lecturing.
Yes,
a lot of
we
them
have
are lecturing.
them. But when you clean the dust in the room, that is when you will now see those who are qualified come in. Because some of them don't want to come in because they know that it's more or less like a... I don't know the word I want to use. It's more or less like courtesy, or maybe
more like a jamboree.
Yeah,
it's a play.
Yeah, it's more or less like that here. Because some persons will tell you, what's the name of that guy? Is it Michael Emenogo?
Yes.
Is it the one?
You're right.
Yes, that was formerly with Chelsea. Right now with Saudi.
Michael Emenalo.
Emenalo. When he was approached at one point, he said, that place, is that where you want me to come when it's not sanitized? That's what you get.
And he has a reputation.
He has a reputation.
Chelsea, Monaco. I mean, he was head of the Saudi Pro League.
Look at what he's doing he's one of the reasons why the Saudi Pro League is where it is today. So, but you can see it clearly that these men will not come because where you are intending them to come into is dirty. So if the regulators cannot be firm, make it a point of duty to say, if you don't have this, you cannot coach in the MPFL. What would a coach be doing at a team like Rangers if he doesn't have a UFAB license? And the same said coach is with Eric Chell, the Super Eagles of Nigeria.
Does Shell actually pay attention to them?
That is no. The question is not does Shell pay attention. The question is, can he now learn? What is he going there to do? He's not complete the square. Because if you don't understand what Shell is doing because you have not attained that certification, then you are just there to pack their jerseys and track suits. Because the reason why the NFF is letting you go alongside with Shell, because Shell has these certifications, is so that you can learn practical knowledge. So if you don't understand what he's doing when he's talking about some certain formations, some certain build or some certain structures, then you cannot fit to be there. And you go every time. You come back. You continue. So I don't understand. The reason why you can see now that, okay, coaches like these are pushing to get their UFAB licenses as well as maybe try to get UFA license is because now it's going to be required on the continent. Why? Because CAF has stipulated that if you don't have a UFA license or even a UFA Pro license, you are not qualified to sit on the bench. We are seeing the same thing happen. I think for the Flamingos, they had Bankole, what's his name? The former coach of Nigeria's Flamingos, Olorokere. Bankole Olorokere. He was replaced by Busari. Yeah. Why? Well, why? Because there are some shake-ups. You must have a female coach. You must have an updated licensing. So now a lot of persons are losing their jobs because you don't want to update yourself. So now, if maybe CAF had not placed it and said you must have a UFA license, there would have been no need. You still sit down like that. Are you seeing the reason why some of our clubs, or most of our clubs, cannot make it beyond the preliminary rounds of the CAF competition? It's because of this. Because, yeah, it's one thing for you to have quality players. It's another thing for you to have quality coaches. Because now you're not playing in the MPFL where boom boom can walk, or man no man will walk. You are now going to the continent where you can't come up against a Pizzo Mosemani. You can't come up against a Pizzo Mosemani and you come with your schoolboy tactics. He will beat you and beat you very well. That was the reason why Remo Stars came. We are beating Blue Black by Mamelodi Sundowns. What's the name of that their coach again? He's not a South African. He's not actually a South African. I'll get his name. I think he's from either the southern part of America or thereabouts. So now you can see the reason why that happened. So if you come up against quality coaches, you will not have it as a problem. That's the reason why you see MPFL sides, they win the MPFL, they go over to the continent and they are beating Blue Black. Because it's not there. If they, as according to our former governor, he said if he didn't there, he didn't there. If it's not there, it's not there. So it might be quite easy for you in the MPFL, but it can't be easy for you when you go on the continent. So these are things that we need to correct before we even start to think of how our MPFL sides will do well on the continent. Good players. First of all, let's start with good structure. I think for Rangers, they are beginning to have that structure. Kudos to Ezeaku Amobi, the general manager of Rangers. He's been doing great works right there. They are beginning to have that structure of the Rangers that we used to know. It's coming back. The recruitment is also coming back. Good enough. Fidelis Ilechukwu is going to get updated. Maybe he can be the manager for the future. But let him get himself very well updated. Let everything be up and running. Then tell me that you won't see MPFL sides get back to where they are supposed to be on the continent. These days you will not be. If you want to laugh, just go for MPFL post-match or pre-match briefings or conferences. You would hear so many things. Those days when we used to have Monday Odige, my brother from Edo State, you will hear so many things that will make you wonder. Will make you wonder whether some of these coaches now football did they do? I've been at wrestling. Did they do? Yeah, Miguel Cardoso. That's his name. I know that Miguel Cardoso. Where is he from? That's the coach. South. Yes, that's the coach of Mamelodi Sundowns. So you expect a man like that who is well read in football matters not to come and beat you home and away and go.
He's coached in Nantes.
Oh,
the Portuguese man.
Then you will bring maybe I don't want to mention names. You bring Daniel Lugumo Dede, who is struggling to have his UEFA B license, to face Miguel Cardoso and expect that he will not be beaten. You bring Fidelis Ilechukwu, who is still struggling to find a way in getting some licensing against a Pizzo Mosemani and expect that he will not, likely will not beat you home and away. They will RS Bekan. Yeah. You had the winner of the CAF Champions League in Pyramids in that group. Mm-hmm. Then you also had the winner of the Zambian League the previous season. What's their name? Power Dynamos. Yes, they won the league. So you had serial winners, or would I say not say serial winners? You had informed winners. So how did you come in? You came in as the runners-up. So you are even the lesser one in that group, and it should clearly in gameplay. I was angry at the Gospel Akpabio International Stadium because I watched that game from the commentary box. I was angry because Power Dynamos outplayed Rivers United here. At some point, we were teaching Rivers United how to string passes. Rivers United had only one plan: get the ball up to Mbwama.
No, not Mbwama.
Was that in Mbwama?
What's his name now?
Is it Chijoke Mbwama? It was Chijoke Mbwama.
Chijoke Mbwama was that's Oremo.
No, I think
Rivers United was
Victor Mbwama. Victor Mbwama is for
Victor Mbwama. No, Victor for Remo.
Chijoke
Mbwama is
for
for
Rivers
Rivers
United. So just get it to him, let him muzzle this guy. But you can't muzzle Zambians. They chop plantain like you.
They chop like you now. So
their
dieting is like your own.
He himself he was not looking really fit that day. Then you are expecting that he will muzzle. We also had the Friday Obong from the right hand side, but it wasn't working. So I don't know if anything will change from that team, because I've not seen Rivers United do explicit recruitment. We had interviews from the captain of the side that day. What's his name? Is it Stanley?
Captain of Rivers United.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember his name. And he complained about the quality of the players. He complained about the quality of the players. That Rivers United will need to do more to ensure that they bring in players that can actually provide that kind of play that is expected on the continent. You understand me? So I'm not expecting too much from any of the teams from Nigeria going on the continent. If they do well, that's not Temple. It's not Temple. Stephen Mayo is the person I'm looking for. No, it says Stanley. Stephen Mayo is the person I'm looking for. So it's quite clear. I'm not expecting anything much from them. Let's see what can happen. If they all live in the preliminary rounds, fine. It's another season again that has gone down the way it used to go down for the MPFL. If anyone can get into the group stages, fine and good. It's like matching what Rivers United did. We had days where Rivers United used to get to the quarterfinals of the CAF Confederations Cup, but these days I'm not even sure if they were in the CAF Confederations Cup, they can even get to the quarterfinals. Back in the days of Coach Stanley Guma and the rest, we used to see them get to the quarterfinals of the CAF Confederations Cup. But
then.
I don't know if these days, now even Rivers United getting into the CAF Confederations Cup, they can go beyond the group stages. That's what it is right now for MPFL sides. I hope it changes. That's the only thing we can sing. Hope, 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 and hope.
Okay. I hope, or we do hope, it does change. That's according to Osagi and Henry, the demigod in the world of sports. But you can call into air your thoughts 0810-951-0951, 0810-951-0951. For the SMS and WhatsApp, to the number is 0701-933-9962, 0701-933-9962. Okay, Kabulu Barry, please go ahead.
Yeah. About this, our CAF Champions League. Rivers United. They don't qualify again this week. And then we still go Oyogo play. And then we still playing for this Rivers State. Then one man still says he don't there as a club chairman. He don't do anything. Me I ask either that play, then very important for that play. We the same person, whether they do well, you know go feed this, come out, say you know they do well. I ask how many years Okay, Paloko don't be Rivers State, Rivers United chairman. In Princeton, we qualify for CAF. We know if we go anywhere. This one in the CD. Finish the judge don't come. Last time, 2 times we don't finish second. We qualify for CAF. Go there. Instead of us to carry glory, come back. We carry shame, come back. And if they comfortable, sit down. As if you get any better thing when they do for that club. Because for me, I don't see anything when they do. Because since 2016, I've been when they turned that club to Rivers United. I never see any blueprint I've been waiting in the column way from that okay Paluku waiting for that team. Where they say they were saying waiting in do way improve Rivers United. As a Rivers United chairman, I never see. Because they go stadium, go watch ball. They see things where they happen. So waiting being work way by now, he never still resign. We will still go play outside our CAF champions. We will still carry and go outside state. Another state go play. Why they say River State we get 3 stadiums. You know if he talk to governor say I beg. Even though now the touch, we work on the numbers from Rivers United this season. If they try even qualify for next season, but for this one, I don't see anything until maybe the board, then don't take the board, put new people. But with this old board, me, I not get any hope on them.
Drawing board. They keep on going to the drawing board till that season is over. And no achievement, drawing board don't full, no result, no nothing. So I so much like when the CAF, I've already people saying CAF said they should have a certificate, grade A certificate before. So that's a good one. So they should go back and learn football. I do follow up those last season African Champions League. I saw about two African countries, North African clubs playing football. As if they were in charge. I was like, this is Barcelona playing football. It was interesting to watch, even if I didn't have any interest in that game, but because of the pattern of play and the way they were playing football. But yeah, it doesn't happen that way. We lost concentration, and at the end of the day, we'll go back to drawing board, and the drawing board is full, no result, no nothing. And talking about the league, I don't even know. Chevy, they talk about 2 million. Has it ended? Was that 2 million promo? Is it still on?
Well, some club officials and administrators are coming out to say it's not feasible, but according to reports, the NSC is adamant on what they said.
Are there the people that the NSC will they pay? Are there the people that will pay? What are they generating?
I don't know. We have to ask them that question.
Now, the people that I followed up when this club in South Africa won their league, how much they were giving, and compare it to what they gave to Rangers. If I thought they don't give Rangers their own, so you are still dragging. I don't think Rangers have received their own money, the prize money for winning the league.
Well, we'll wait for them to confirm.
So a club in South Africa already was boasting of. They make the analysis, and I was like, this is a club winning the league. So why would they not go to the market and buy 1 or 2, 3 players that will help them perform more better? But here they say pay 2 million Asian club, and then they will tell you on the street on daily basis. On the street on daily basis.
I don't know. I don't see.
Put on Enyimba as big as Enyimba. How many people they wear Enyimba jersey? Even in a Abame market, you go to market day. How many people put on Enyimba jersey? I went to Enugu State last month, and they were celebrating the Rangers. I win the league with you. But I watched them. None of them put on the jersey. Most of them, they put on their normal. Nobody put on any Nimba jersey. But see, when Arsenal was celebrating their league, almost everybody, including me, were there here. So what are we saying? Oh Christ! Very happy. Continue.
Yeah, we will continue. I understand your pain and I feel your pain. Thank you so much for your thoughts there. I mean, you just have to understand the pain and frustration of the average Nigerian. I mean, when you look at the way the league is and the way our teams are performing on the continent, and you look at the North Africans and look at South Africa, look at what they're doing, even look at Angola. I mean, Orlando, Petro Luanda is playing Valencia in a preseason friendly today. Orlando Pirates played Cordoba, their second division team in Spain. They travel abroad for their preseasons, and you will go and play them on the continent, and they'll get results in these games. And you expect to beat them. So I understand the pain of their
preseason in Ivory Coast. I've forgotten one top Spanish team.
So I mean, it raises a lot of questions, honestly. But I mean, let's head over. Continue about the Super Falcons, Benjamin.
Yeah, like I said earlier, in terms of the players' brilliance, individual brilliance, maybe we could defend the WAFCON title that we won in the last edition. But in terms of preparations, I don't think they've had the best preparations because we had a couple of windows that we didn't make use of, and these girls are. I just think that maybe the NFF are relying on the fact that these girls have always delivered, even with poor preparations. You know, the Niger spirit is there. Come on, let's go do it and all that. You know, Niger for life. I think that's where the NFF are relying on because we've not prepared very well. Look at other teams. They've had friendly games. The last friendly we played was against Senegal at the Remo Stars. I think, it was a double header against Senegal. These Senegalese ladies at Remo Stars Stadium, the Teranga Lionesses of Senegal there. And I think we've not used our windows well. We've not prepared. We've not had that top-notch preparation for a team that are going to defend their title. Not just defend their title now. The World Cup tickets lies within how you perform in the AFCON, you know, because it's part of the you know, when the winners and the last 4 rather are going to the World Cup, you know. So I just feel that the NFF are looking at it and say, come on, it's the ladies, right? If it's the men who give, you know, good preparations, the women, we know that they can actually go all out and do it. They are top notch when it comes to African football, women football in Africa. Super Falcons are the first, you know, name that you have to put on paper. So they'll go and deliver. They'll go and deliver, you know. So these are the things that I feel that the NFF are just resting on, you know, on their tables, on their chairs, you know, to say, okay, they can do it. It's the girls. If not, when it comes to preparations, I don't think we've prepared very well. Look at other teams. Look at South Africa. Look at the Bayana. Look at the Moroccan national team, the Atlas Lionesses. They're doing very well. They are preparing very well. Friendly games here and there. That's how you know a team. See, we are used to the fire brigade approach, and we've not learned from our previous mistakes. It's the same lack of preparations and adequate preparations and administrative issues that made the Super Eagles not to qualify for this World Cup. And they've not qualified for the last how many editions of the World Cup? And we are still doing it, we are still doing the same thing, expecting the same result. Because these ladies go out there, put their life on the line, get to, perform, win the trophy, come back, and we feel comfortable. For me, I don't think we've prepared enough. The Super Falcons have prepared enough going into the WAFCON. And the WAFCON is few days from now. So I don't think they've had, but it's just that because it's the Falcons, they can go there, they can do their thing, do the magic. We've got the players, we've got the experience. We boast the best keeper in the continent. We have how many times African Player of the Year for women. We've got because we have the stars. I think that's the reason why the NFF are comfortable. If not, looking at the preparations of the Falcons going into this WAFCON, I don't think it's something to write home about. It's not a smooth one for me.
Asas, Tanzania a proper test, or is more about trying to get team cohesion about in this point in time for the Falcons? Because Ghana is not happening, so it's Tanzania now.
None. I don't think any of the African teams, apart from maybe Morocco and South Africa, will be a proper test. In fact, I don't think any of the African teams. The Super Falcons should be looking at trading tackles with the likes of, even if you don't want to go for Spain, Portugal are in a good stead. Netherlands are in a good stead for female football, at least to give the Super Falcons a huge test right there. These are things that should have been done before time. I think what we are seeing right now is that, according to Benjamin, that fire brigade approach, let's just have a game before the girls start. The girls are even tired. If you watch carefully, the girls started training on their own. In fact, Rashidat invited Ekegini and some to Spain, and they decided to train on their own. Since NFF, no one helped them now, made them help themselves. They had.
I mean, it's about the WAFCON is starting on the.
I think the 27th or 29th of July.
And they're not in camp yet.
They're in camp.
Okay,
they're in camp. They're in camp in Morocco.
Okay, yeah,
they're in camp in Morocco. Yeah, camp. I think camp opened on Monday or Spain. The likes of England, the likes of Germany, the likes of Japan, Korea, Falcons, and any other African team. If you want to call or pick out the teams that could stand in front of the Super Falcons to try to inhibit them from qualifying, maybe you call South Africa, maybe you call Morocco, courtesy of the fact that they are hosting ones making us proud. I don't think the Super Eagles have brought pride to Nigeria as much as the Super Falcons have brought. So we should give them what it's duly theirs. Yeah, I know the president did his bit that period, but it's bigger than the money, the houses, the honors. What we want to see is, let's have a good system where our girls can thrive, where they can float, they can flow. Then those coming behind can also come in and fill in the gap. Because what we are seeing now, if care is not taken, the moment we have a drop, these things happen in football. You might have a team produce quality talents over a period of time, but there could be that time where there will be a drought. And when that drought happens, what do you do? So if we don't set a system in place, when we now have that drought,
it's definitely, or by the looks of things, Club Brugge are looking to cash in before he gets to leave on the free. Osas, that's an okay and welcome move for you, for the man.
I think it's an okay and welcome move if where he's going to. You said Eintracht Frankfurt.
Yes.
It's an okay move now. That's the German Bundesliga. Eintracht Frankfurt have been in the UEFA Champions League. That was 2 seasons ago.
Yes.
So it's a good move. I don't know where they finished on the table this season. I don't know if they are going to the champion.
No,
But
they're not going to be. I don't think they're in Europe this season. They finished about 8th or thereabouts.
Okay, so but I think they have the potential of returning back to Europe. It gives him. He was also in Europe on the European scenes. I mean, Ralf Onyedika with Club Brugge last season. Okay. Yeah, they was in the Champions League. But you know that that's what we call Champions League. Waka come and see. So, but within the system, Burnley will come and go. Norwich City came one time and left. So
Leeds and Sunderland didn't go.
They didn't go last season though. But come and
go.
But
you're playing in the Premier League, and that's a very high level. I mean, Coventry. Coventry will probably beat Malaga or beat Deportivo La Coruña in a competitive game.
Anyway,
I will even probably beat a decent mid-table La Liga side.
Henry, Man United are losing in the preseason. No one talk.
Make I tell you.
I know. Now, the banter don't start. Premier League. See, banter don't start.
See, it's wait, make Arsenal play first, though. It's preseason. You go drag trouble. Come for Arsenal.
But quickly, I saw something before we go ahead to continue talking about some Nigerian transfers. Well, according to reports, Argentina have been given the green light by the White House FIFA task force to display their Falklands banner again if they win the World Cup on Sunday. The head of the task force, Andrew Giuliani, believes the Argentina players are allowed to express their opinions, but it's against FIFA rules for you to display anything.
You see this FIFA and FIFA carrying World Cup to America. Please, the next time the World Cup should go to America,
the United States want to bid for 2030.
They should not bid. Please, for the next.
It will be time for North America to host again, and they are the only ones.
We can go to Panama. We can go to Panama. This America and hosting this World Cup, I don't like what I'm seeing. I hate what I don't like. Because right now it seems there is a huge tentacle of politics entering into football, and it seems Gianni Infantino is one man that he cannot really say no. He can't stand his ground. He can't say no, because I'm seeing the over interference of the American government. This is not the first time World Cup is being hosted now. Why are we seeing over interference of the American government into now this thing? Where did they do it? They cost
America only too much.
They decided they go Middle East. See, I don't understand, but I think the interference is becoming too much.
Henry,
the American government should hold. Should hold it off. The World Cup is almost done. Let this thing happen, because you're going against FIFA rules, and when you do these things, it serves as a precedent. Tomorrow, FIFA will want to correct somebody, and they will tell you in 2026 when they did this. So please, the next time America should be in the next 150 years. Yes, in the next 150 years.
Quickly, let's move over to another Super Eagles player, but they might be the ones who host it in 2038.
Henry, before you move,
quickly.
Talk about the Man U preseason. I mind the
They are losing.
It's
preseason period. End of the story.
Because I want me the banter start.
The banter cannot start on the Niger part of the show. Please.
Yes, I know, but let us just brush it.
That was the World Cup. That's why I just brought it up. Quickly, Wilfred Ndidi could be going to Al Diriyah in Saudi Arabia. He's 29 now, please. So he shouldn't go and collect money. What are you to say? People younger than him by Saudi Arabia collecting money. I mean, I know he's our captain at this point in time, but I mean, Besiktas, a new coach, Vincenzo Italiano, doesn't want him. Okay. Although he was one of their star performers for Besiktas last season. He feels he wants somebody to be more of a deep line playmaker and dictator, and Wilfred Ndidi is a destroyer. So they are looking for a decent transfer fee. According to reports, Ajax is sniffing around, Hull City is sniffing around, but Al Diriyah of Saudi Arabia will look to be backed, or who are backed by the same Aramco money, have shown interest and are looking to sign the man.
Go.
And he's at the twilight of his career, so Osas, is that a good move for?
I don't know. For Wilfred Ndidi, it could be a good move, but for Super Eagles, it's a bad move.
I mean,
because we have
Joao Felix is playing in the Saudi league,
and he's still
Ruben
making. He's still
Ruben
making
Neves is
the.
playing in the Saudi league.
He's still making the Portuguese national
Laporte
team.
just went to Bilbao last season. He has been in the. He won the Euros playing for Al Nassr.
Exactly.
with the structure of the Super Eagles. If he's not putting in the shifts, you will not want to bench him and have Frank Onyeka take that role. So let him stay.
But you think actually Wilfred Ndidi will probably get to stay till into the next World Cup? So
Many things happen in the Super Eagles of Nigeria.
Can you put your money and say Wilfred Ndidi will be there to the next World Cup?
Can you put your money and say Super Eagles will carry Shola Amobi to the World Cup?
Oh boy, I didn't remember this thing.
I don't know anything to talk again.
Okay.
I didn't remember this thing.
You don't say. Guess what they go tell yourself. You don't
So with the Super Eagles of Nigeria, many things can happen. I don't want our captain
but if it's still,
being in
it's
a
still,
league.
it's still a good level. It's still a good level. We see other the Saudi league produced about how many players at this World Cup? They produced about how many players at this World Cup?
I want to see. I want to see our captain.
Darwin Núñez was there. Joao Felix was there.
Henry.
I want to see our
Roger
captain.
Ibanez was there.
There's a difference when, with all due respect to Nigeria or our callers, our what's it called? Some people will see money and become comfortable, and that is what I'm afraid of. When it comes to, I'm talking about Saudi.
I'm not even talking about what I'm looking at.
Spoil you.
What I'm looking at is not even being
And
spoiled.
now look at
where did
N'Golo Kante. N'Golo Kante plays for for Saudi, right?
Plays in the Saudi.
In Saudi
Good. Can he even play a minute in the World Cup? No. See, there is a team, there's a level or the level of the team. It gets to a point where the level of the team goes so high that you can't even cut it when you play for those leagues. Yeah, indeed he's a Nigerian. I would advise him to go to Saudi because dude needs the pension money right now.
Wait, see, I don't have a problem with him going to Saudi. See where my problem is. Besiktas finished 4th last season.
Yes.
They are qualifying, or they qualified for the Europa League.
Yes.
But the coach doesn't want you. What do you do?
Stay and fight for your slots.
No. I think he should, if he wants to leave Besiktas. Yeah, the coach doesn't want him. The coach needs, like Henry said, needs a player that would, dictate the game, sit deep and dictate the game, which we know that is not the strength of Wilfred Ndidi. Now, if you want to move, yeah, Saudi is good. Pension, money, everything. Just like Victor Boniface said, where he saw the money that they wanted to pay him when that Saudi deal almost came through. He said he couldn't sleep. The money is big. But looking at it, will it be good for our national team? I think if he goes to Saudi League, his level will drop in the national team the way he plays. That's number one. Then secondly, I feel I am supporting that Saudi move because the man he's
29.
Yes.
29?
Yes.
That's when you get into your peak.
No be for Nigerian man.
Okay, now. I didn't know that football is different.
He'll be 30. I think he'll be 30.
He'll be 30 this.
Or he's 30 already.
No, he's 29, but he'll be 30 this year.
Yeah.
He's 29.
He's going to be 30.
When do you get into your peak as a footballer?
24, 25. And he throws in about 30, 31.
And so he's within his peak.
Osas.
Some late bloomers get into their peak at 28, 29.
Osas.
So indeed, it's about unraveling what we
Let's move on to the next one, please.
Now you're opening my mic.
I didn't put off your mic. I just said let's move on to the next one so we can get to take some calls later. Chibike Winwu. That has to be one astronomical rise.
Yeah.
Went to Europe 2 years ago. Wolfsberger in the Austrian league spent 2 years, especially after that botched move to Israel.
Yeah.
That move to Israel fell through because Eimba said he went AWOL, then went to Austria Wolfsberger, stayed there for 18 months, came to Galatasaray 6 months, 16 games, 3 goals, 1 assist, got into the Super Eagles of Nigeria, and all of a sudden we're seeing the man on his way to Fulham.
Yeah. I was talking to him and the man was like, miracle need a tire God. He was, at some point, before he went to Trabzonspor, he almost went to Paris Saint-Germain. He said the deal fell through. It didn't work out and all that. So the guy was, I said, boy, they go Fulham. He said he's like he doesn't know how to express himself. Doesn't know. He's happy, yeah, but it's going to be a good move. It reminds me of someone told me that it's going to be like in our page. He grew up from us. So in our page, they said Nigeria, Fulham will soon turn to Watford. Watford, when Watford had series of Nigerian players and all that. but I think it's a good move. Reason because Calvin Bassey is a Nigerian. He's a starter for the Super Eagles. Winwu is in Nigeria, coming through the ranks of the Super Eagles. So if the both can pair properly and their partnership becomes fruitful in the Premier League, we could be seeing a partnership.
So what happens to Benjamin Frederick?
No, Benjamin Frederick is still coming up because of his injury.
No,
We're talking about. We are talking about
Super Eagles.
Yes, Super Eagles and Fulham. No, we are talking about the partnership between Winwu and Chibike Winwu. So I keep calling him Winwu. Yes, and Bassey. We could in Fulham. We could be seeing that partnership in the Super Eagles at the long run. So yeah, you talk about Benjamin Frederick. Dude is still coming up from his injury, right? With time, he could, and Benjamin Frederick could play as a right back. We could play as a defensive midfielder, could play as a right back, could play as a centre back, could play as a left back too. He started as a left back.
But he was used mostly as a DM in Austria, then moved down to centre back.
So I feel that it's good for the Super Eagles. That move is not just good for Chibike alone, it's good for the Super Eagles too. Because it helps Eric Chell in terms of the defensive partnership he will be looking at. Simi Ajayi he's 32. He's more or less gone for me. Ekong is out. So you are looking at a young partnership in the Premier League.
Emmanuel Fernandez
yes, I know. So it gives you that option. But it's better to pair players that play together rather than one is playing here, one is playing here. But for me, it all boils down to Eric Chell's decision and all that. But for me, that transfer is going to be fruitful and profitable for Nigeria and Chibike himself.
Okay, let's move over to another man, and that's Akko Adams. It looks like he will be heading over to Venezia as things stand. A lot of people are complaining. Well, maybe Sevilla is not what we remember Sevilla to be, because we still remember the Sevilla of old. They almost got relegated last season, although the relegation fight in Spain last season was actually very funny. I mean, even Knights could have gone down as at the last day of the season. But Venezia has been spending. They are backed by some celebrities these days, but they have been spending and they've been splashing the money. They spent over 100 million euros already in the transfer market, and they are trying to bring in Akko Adams. Are you worried about that move, or you just feel Venezia are showing enough to actually stay up? Akko, it could actually be not what we're expecting, and actually could be better for the man's career.
It wasn't actually what we expected from Akko Adams.
We heard Marseille was linked at the time.
But not it didn't materialize. They didn't show, most especially when they give you 4-year contracts.
But it's an interesting project. But you look at how Sevilla are suffering financially. You can't tell what could happen to Sevilla.
I think he should have waited a bit. See, the transfer window is just fresh. The World Cup is on. A lot of things will happen. Yes, a lot of things will happen after the World Cup. So I think he shouldn't have rushed into Venezia move, because he should have thought of what a Venezia move will do to his position right here in the Super Eagles of Nigeria. Because see, Zadok Johanna is in Brighton and Hove Albion.
But he's still far off from being in the national team as of now.
If he kicks it off the way Benjamin Frederick kicks things off, Akko Adams might find
but that partnership with Osimhen, you struggle to replicate or find who can actually replicate that partnership with Osimhen like Akko Adams.
If Zadok comes in and replicates it, you see, I like Nigerians. They quickly forget you. They quickly forget you. Can anybody imagine I will forget Stanley Nwabali? Brother, let me leave it there.
Okay, 0810-951-0951, 0810-951-0951, and 0701-933-9962. The phone line is open. The SMS and WhatsApp portal is here. Guys, quickly, Victor Osimhen is Galatasaray's new captain.
Yeah.
So At least one more year.
Nobody
At
goes.
least one more
Nobody
year.
comes
At
close.
least one more year. At least one more year.
Yeah, well, at least one more year. Let's see. Or maybe if somebody wants to break the bank and tear the captain's band, then fine, he could leave. But for now, I think the man is happy with Galatasaray. See, football is the objective of football is be happy.
Yes.
So it's not about the money. It's about the money, but it's not about much of the money and the medals and the laurels. It's about the money, my brother.
It's about the money. See Onuachu, they are giving Onuachu about 5 times what is collect and Transport. If not me, I go run. I go.
It's about your happiness, though.
Money is
Victor
happiness.
Osimhen-
I mean, haven't you heard you saying? I mean, even Warren Buffett, Ariana Grande, Samuel L. Jackson, those who say money doesn't buy happiness just haven't had enough money.
Exactly.
So, but he's happy there. The fans love him.
Okay.
They want him to stay. So let's see how it goes.
Okay. Hello, Carlo. Good evening.
Today, good evening.
Good evening. Yeah, name and location.
My name is Richard Personale.
Okay, Uche, let's make it snappy. You have about 30 or 40 seconds.
Okay. The last word that was here, this is said about forgetting Stanley Abraham and the other transfer update all around. So can you people just briefly share with me what is going on?
Stanley Wabali has returned to Chippa United in South Africa, actually, and
yes, I said that.
yeah, so that's just basically it about Stanley Wabali. This is about Nigerian football, so his Nigerian transfers were actually given out. So there's not really much. Midfielder Ebenezer Akinsomiru has gone to Monza from Inter Milan, so that's the other one for now. Nothing really serious yet, or some other serious things really happening as regards Nigerian transfers for now. But
maybe from the club side,
we'll do that tomorrow for you, because we have to actually run out of the studio right now, Uche. So we'll do that for you tomorrow. Just stay tuned. We'll be here from 1 to 6 p.m. tomorrow. 4:30 to 6 p.m. 4:30 to 6 p.m. tomorrow is for transfers, just transfers, everything you're looking for.
We should continue to do so because sometimes I find it difficult to get your station. I mean, the thing is not clear for my. This I've called your station and complained. It's not clear. This is the station that I left to listen.
Which side are you in which area?
Hello, you're very close to your very close to your location. Hello is close to Today FM. It's not far.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Just behind the report. You people at Limosi. It's not far.
Okay.
The station is at Limosi.
Thank you so much for your take, dear Uche, and that's much we can actually take on the show. Thank you so much. My name is Harry Google Daily Tweets, Osas, and Benjamin Mina. The news update by 6 is up next. Still stay tuned and keep listening. Bye-bye.
Records.
Night on Earth is here. The FIFA World Cup 2026 final watch party.
Join Today 95.1 FM sports crew
in partnership with Amora Resort for one game, one passion, one unforgettable experience.
Sunday, July 19th, 2026.
From 6 p.m.
Venue,
Amora Resort, East West Road by First Mechanic Junction, Alakaria, Port Harcourt. Watch the World Cup final live on a giant LED screen.
With premium sound, non-stop entertainment and electric atmosphere. fair.
Win jerseys,
Cash prizes.
sponsor gifts,
Take part in football trivia.
penalty shootout contest,
Prediction challenge.
best dressed fan competition,
And
exciting raffle draws.
Enjoy delicious food.
Refreshing drinks,
A premium VIP lounge.
live DJs,
Celebrity appearances.
and your favorite Today 95.1 FM OAPs. Don't watch history alone. Live it together. See you at Today 95.1 FM FIFA World Cup 2026 final watch party at Amora Resort, East West Road by First Mechanic Junction, Alakaya, Port Harcourt. One game, one passion, one unforgettable experience.
Maybe home is somebody's smile when they look at you for the first time. Maybe home is being a home to something you love and adore with all your heart, and that is what life, friendship, and love are all about. Maybe home is listening to all of your favorite shows on Today 95.1 FM. We create memories. We inspire comfort. We are the voice of the people, and we are home away from home.
Okay, all right. All you need to know about this one is that
95.1 FM? Such a unique dial.
Tune in for a journey beyond the ordinary.
fasten your seatbelts.
We are not just a station, we are the station. Today, 95.1 FM, the voice of the people.
Port Harcourt, are you ready? Today, 95.1 FM, the voice of the people.
Live from the Garden City of Port Harcourt, Nigeria. This is Today 95.1 FM.